SquareHammer.
Welcome, SquareHammers. We are live. Got my buddy Zach and Andrew with me. Say hello, fellas.
Hello, fellas.
What's going on, YouTube?
Today we're going to be talking about half of the list, depending on how quickly we get through them. Half of the list for the GT for the Nova Open. We have, I think, 66 players signed up. Some have had to drop, but I've only been able to get 59 lists for people. And they are on BCP. If you are playing and you're watching, please email me at SquareHammer, SquareHammerCommunity@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook. Just type in SquareHammer and I should pop up. And so we're going to talk about the first couple lists. Before I go into Abe's list, Zach was kind enough to get a breakdown of the armies. Zach, since you did it, you're welcome to read what we have here.
Yeah, sure. So starting at the top, Warriors of Chaos, most plentiful with 10, followed by Bretonnia. Dwarfs was kind of surprising, showing up at the number 6 people taking it, and then a lot of people, 5 people each for Tomb Kings, High Elves, Ogres, Empire. Vampire counts 4, and then kind of rounding at the bottom, you got Demons, Skaven, Beastmen, and then a couple singletons for Chaos Dwarves, Lizardmen, Orcs, and Goblins, and no Wood Elves as the resident Wood Elf player.
Yeah, no Wood Elves is kind of rough, because usually Zach is playing Wood Elves, but I guess you wanted to switch.
I'm kicking the tires on High Elves for 2,500 points, and I figured at least one person would break out the woods, but
yes,
sad.
So at the moment, can y'all hear me okay? Make sure, it said we were breaking in and out sporadically, so that's what Jonesy said, so let's see if that's still happening. But it's okay that there's no Wood Elf player, because that means I can bring them as a ringer list. So I will bring Wood Elves, which is fine. I don't mind Wood Elves. I love Wood Elves. So hasn't happened for 2 minutes. Let's see. Let me type. Hold on. And now we wait. What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good day. Had a good morning. No issues now. Okay, cool. So I don't know what the problem was, but I didn't change anything. So
I turned on the sound just to listen to it too, to see what was going on. So
everything
seems okay.
Oh, okay. Good. It's just Jonesy's fault then. So first we're going to start with Bretonnia. Well, actually first, thank you again for all the supporters, for y'all supporting SquareHammer and obviously signing up for this event. I'm really excited. It's going to be awesome. I'm already tired, so this is going to be crazy. A lot of organizing and everything. Just remember, the first thing we're doing, I think Saturday night, is going to be, not the first thing we're doing, but we're doing a costume contest. So if you have some kind of cool outfit that mimics what you're wearing, the winner will get a $50 gift card to Noble Knight Games. So thank you for sponsoring. I didn't get to get Shogun Miniatures, because their bases, the guy is swamped and I reached out too late. GameMat.eu. This isn't sponsored. This is kind of just me saying, hey, there's a lot of good companies out there that either have supported us in the past with discount codes or have just given us free stuff to hand out. So Noble Knight Games, GameMat.eu, FLG Game Mats, Tectonic Craft Studios with bases, lots of good companies out there. So first, let's go with Abe. We're just going to go in alphabetical order down the list. He is running Bretonnia.
I realized that there's no Dark Elves either, while thinking about it. No Dark Elves, no Wood Elves. So you have a choice if you want to bring...
no Dark Elves?
Yeah, no Dark Elves.
I thought, is Dash not coming to the...
Oh. I thought Dash was playing...
He's playing Ardboys.
Yeah, no, I saw his name there, and I was like...
Oh, he's running Empire.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, he played Dark Elves last year.
Interesting. Yeah, he's playing Dark Elves for the GT, or the Ardboys. Okay. Well, Dash.
So with the list coming out here, it's a 5-round GT, and each round has its own separate mission. Just to give you an idea for why players might have taken certain things. First mission has these objective markers that you want to move some units on to control. Core is more important for holding onto those objectives. So, mission 1, got some objectives. Mission 2, unit strength and breaking your opponent and having more banners. That's why you might see more banners than usual across a lot of armies. Game 3 is table quarters, controlling some table quarters with some banners. Game 4, also objective markers. And game 5 is...
keep going. I was going to pull up the PDF, so actually it's good that you're doing that. I'm going to pull up the PDF, so
yeah.
You can run through it real quick.
Yeah, game 5 has keeping your cheapest unit alive while killing your opponent's most expensive unit. So a little bit of side missions, I like to call them sometimes. So I do like to see when GTs have different missions popping up. Just fun. I played at an event in Ohio that had like a packet of like 10 or 12 different games, and they would just randomly pick which mission you were playing. So missions make the game fresh.
A good call, Zach. I didn't even think about going through the packet for the GT, so good job. Y'all can see all the restrictions, and you can pull this packet. It's if you go to tabletop events, or if you just go to the Nova Open website and you search the schedule, you can pull up the GT, and there'll be a link in there that actually you can click and has the PDF and has this PDF right here. So you can see all the restrictions: 2,500 points, no special characters, but arcane journals are allowed. Max rule of 3 for characters, core, and special. Max 2 of the same rare choice. Max 2 characters in a unit. That's probably not super necessary, but there are some stupid shenanigans you can do. Only 1 level 3/4. 40% in characters. 10 models wide for closed and open formations. No allies, which includes no mercs, because then I think so many people would be running. What are they called? The Doom Seekers? Yeah, those things are really good just for denying points and stuff. Mounted characters have a max of 7 wounds, so you can still take a Chaos Dragon. It normally has 10 wounds, but it just has 7 now. If you're reduced to 50% or below starting unit strength or wounds, you get that unit and points for victory points. Characters on chariots and monster mounts take slots of the 0 to 3. Enchanting Aura and Armor Ages for Tomb Kings cannot be used on a monster mount. It's interesting they nerfed so many other armors, but did not nerf Armor of Ages for Tomb Kings. Like, so many just say infantry or cavalry only, but Tomb Kings, for some reason, they just didn't get that same nerf. Peg Knights are only 0 to 1 per 1,000, and proxies need to be submitted to me. I've got a ton of proxies that got submitted to me, and most of them look great. Like, they fit perfectly. They're either like 3D printed or something, but they match the theme 100%. So, and then
the best practice in the event, if there are proxies, probably just good as you're doing kind of like the show and tell and setup, just to call out this is what this is and let them know.
Yes. Yeah. So if let's say you have go ahead.
I stopped over to Andrew's house and grabbed his high elf guy on a griffin, because I have my own proxy for it, but I'm bringing in a real high elf guy on a griffin just as like hey, if you really want me to use this real model, I will, but I really like the model I have.
And that's totally acceptable. Like, this is supposed to be friendly. This is supposed to be a good community. We're supposed to chill and have some fun. So if for some reason you have a couple guys armed with great weapons, but they actually have flails, like, just tell your opponent multiple times that they are flails, not great weapons. Stuff like that is totally cool. Just don't do any gotchas. So then you can see the victory point differential in terms of scoring, score cap. Its overall is 210 points. The games themselves are 135. Paint is 25, and there's a rubric down here. As Andrew followed, he's like, I want max points this time. So he has been following this rubric like to a T. I hope we're gonna judge.
I'm still gonna get like a 13 watch. So like,
no, I seen your army. It's gonna score well for
nice.
Much better than my armies.
The list theme and sportsmanship are both 20. So this is basically, are you taking 3 of the best things and are you just spamming the best units? For Ard Boys, do this all you want. Yeah, list theme is basically army comp. Sportsmanship, obviously, be a good sport. Don't be a jerk. Cosplay, just for fun, that gives someone like that extra level. If you have your army list on cool parchment, if you are dressed up, if you have a story written, all that kind of stuff is kind of in cosplay. And then
Cosplay and sportsmanship go hand in hand because you can't really get angry at somebody that's dressed up in a silly costume. It's
I'm
really
gonna
hard.
talk in the Mickey Mouse voice the entire time I'm playing. Oh!
that's like negative sportsmanship. I'd make you lose points on that one. I don't. Some of the terrain rules for GW seemed a little wonky to me, so I wanted to make it how it kind of was in 8th edition. So ruins or woods, if you are infantry, monsters, or swarms, you can march and charge through them, no problem, right? But if you're cavalry, chariots, or if you have models with fly and you charge or march through them, it counts as dangerous terrain, which was the exact same as 8th. It just made sense there should be some kind of negative, like if chariots are charging through a forest, there should be, I don't know, but yeah, that's what I got. Hills, line of sight, fences and walls, dangerous for cavalry and chariots. Obviously, you're charging through stone. And here are the objectives. It's a 40k objective marker, just a 7.5 inch. So this is what Zach was talking about. So unit strength, the highest unit strength physically touching the objective counts. Core counts as double versus special and rare. So all standards are +5. So if you have a standard bearer and a BSB, you get +10. And if there was another standard on there as well of yours, you get +15. So they do stack. Characters inside core units just count as their normal unit strength. They don't count as core towards the unit strength, right? And you cannot claim an objective on the turn they scout or vanguard. And here are all the prizes, or the placings. So a lot of these are going to be trophies, and then there's going to be some cool mugs, and obviously the gift card and a wooden spoon. So we'll see who gets that. But here's round 1. I'm not going to go through all these. Just goes real quick. Here's round 1. Here's the deployment. They have some cool objectives. Game 2 is just line up, kill people, and then this is like breaking your opponent, but you don't automatically lose like in the rulebook. Game 3, I had to redo this one because it did not look great, so this actually helps with the measurements. This is an interesting layout. We just started this maybe like 2 months ago trying it. It's just a cool, different deployment zone. You're still 24 inches apart everywhere. Let's see, a quick death, just 2 objectives in the center. Game 5, just line. So this is, I wanted Game 5 to be like the most chill, so that's why it's just standard Dawn of War or battle line, as people call it. And it's just line up and basically kill people, and you can claim these objectives at the end. And that's it for the primer. Okay, on to lists, finally. Let's go to Abe. We got Bretonnia. I'll take this one, and then someone can take the next one. He has a Baron.
Remember to put it in the chat.
Oh,
so
sorry. I unlocked them. You should be able to see them now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the lists are no longer hidden. So if y'all want to go through these with us, you can stay on here. You can go view them for yourself. Whatever works. So they're no longer hidden. I think they're locked. I hope they're locked. I should probably check that before I continue. Hold on. Lists. Lists are disabled. You can no longer.
Well, I'll see if I can submit a new list.
He's like, now I want to play Wood Elves. There's no Wood Elf player.
All of a sudden, there's a Wood Elf player.
Haha.
Yeah, you get paired exactly with yourself each time. It's like, oh, I want 5-0.
All right, so he's got 2 Barons. Actually, that's nasty. I think you can only have 1 Duke in our army. I think that's right. So he has 2 Barons. Both are on Royal Pegasus. One has... Oh, they're exiles. Okay, this is the exile. Bretonnian exiles. Read blue. So he has the Frontier Axe. I don't know what that one does. I think we all know what this one is.
I have seen that.
This one is 2 Lucky Heirlooms. You know what the Frontier Axe does? I don't know what that one does.
I'm trying to pull it up because it's in the Arcane Journal, but I do think it has like strikes last, multiple wounds, 2 or 3, strength 3. Let me pull this up here.
This is pretty good. So it's only 30 points, plus 2 strength, minus 3 AP, magical attacks, multiple wounds 2.
Okay.
For 30 points, strength plus 2, AP 3, multiple wounds 2, and it's not even strike last.
Oh, it doesn't? I thought it might have that.
No, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's half the cost of an Ogre Blade. It's just, instead of 2 hands, it's 1 hand. And it's an extra AP.
Yikes.
Why haven't I seen more of that one? Ooh.
What does
think
that take
it's
away from
gnarly.
somebody
I
else?
think it might be Exiles. It's definitely from the journal. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, it's definitely the Arcane Journal. Wow, that's a gross weapon. Yikes. Okay. What's the other one have? He has just a lance.
Lance. Yep.
Boring. Where's another Frontier Axe? And he's got the Virtue of Knightly Temper. That's the one that's like the hatred and extra D3 attacks or something, right?
Yes.
That one's brutal.
Yeah. So this guy is.
I played similar builds, and that Baron comes in there. He's just like your front rank's just not going to participate. So good luck.
Yeah, even if you're like a monstrous infantry or something, like double wounds is gross. He has a level 2 damsel with battle magic. He has an outcast wizard, level 3 of dark magic with the ruby ring on a horse. So is the damsel on a horse. And a royal Pegasus paladin, BSB, with the falcon horn. And the rampaging standard. Okay. So that's pretty good. So he has 3 characters on Pegasus and 2 casters. Seems good.
And those casters were on horses, right? So they're going to be giving probably
MR.
some kind of magic resistance and magical attacks to some knight units, or they could just be solo, 360 line of sight.
Yeah. So I like solo casters. It's so good. All right. So for core, he has 2 units of the realm. One is a 12-man. That's pretty
It's a
huge.
big lance.
Yeah, it's a big lance. And then a 10-man. Do they have any full command in both? No special banners. And then a unit of 12 peasant bowmen. X puts him at 630. That's 2 nasty units that will hit hard. Okay, so he has 2 units of 5 Pegasus Knights. Oh, and I think, did he submit his team? I think his team name is Peg Knights Did Nothing Wrong. I think that's one of them. Because I've been trying to figure out how to like tamper down on Pegasus Knights because they're 360. They're just really, really strong for what they do.
Yeah.
And
Hashtag get
pretty cheap.
pegged, right?
Hashtag get pegged. So, jeez. 12, 10, did that. Okay, 2 units of 5. 2 units of 5 Peg Knights, full command in both. One has the Banner of Shalons, and the other one has Banner of the Zealous Knight. I know this one is that the rerolls versus missile weapons?
Shalons is no stand and shoot.
No stand and shoot? Okay, close. And this Zealous Knight is...
This one only been taken by model in a Bretonnian Exiles Army of Infinity. They gain Vanguard.
Ew!
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's that one. Yeah,
Come
that could
on!
go-
Rude.
So Exiles, you lose the ward save, but you get all these extra cool things.
But if you run down a unit, you get your blessing.
Is it if you destroy a unit or run down, or is it just run down? You know?
I don't know.
I'm not positive.
But strategy I've seen has been Vanguard, bust something up. Now that unit is like turn 1 charging basically, and they now have their blessing.
Let me read it real quick. On Banished Lords Exile. Exile's Vow. So they all have Stubborn and Veteran, which is amazing.
Yep. Everyone in
okay.
this list will reroll all their leadership chests, and I know you haven't gotten there yet, but those rare Border Prince brigands with their blunderbusses are nothing to shake a stick at. They're pretty nice skirmishers.
Okay, hold on. Let me read where it says. Should they? Where does it say? Should you make an overrun move or make contact with a fleeing enemy? So if you overrun, that means you killed the enemy, right?
Mhm.
So if you kill an enemy or you catch one from prey or pursuing, that's really good with Vanguard. That's disgusting. Okay.
Exiles is a solid way to build the Bretonnian list. And
Yeah.
I think we said this on the RTT kind of podcasty thing, was not only with Warriors of Chaos, but Bretonnia, million different ways to build it. Great solid additions for all the different kinds of armies you want to put together. It's hard to go wrong with some of these. So you're going to see a lot of them.
I agree. So Brigands, Desperado, Blunderbusses, Brunner. You're right. That's pretty gross. Wait, does he have 3 units of them?
2.
Oh yeah, this is just
2
how
units of
this.
10.
Gotcha. 2 units of 10. This is just new recruit. Okay. 2 units of 10. That's a really nasty list.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
that's pretty
played
strong.
against it. I played against the Exiles, and the veteran is something that is awesome. You get to re-roll your Falcon Horn of Freedman, so you get to re-roll people not flying against you.
Gross. Ugh, that's tough.
Just
Okay.
thinking like an alpha. I mean, Bretonnia is already like an alpha strike army. Like you're in combat in turn 2 anyhow. It negates your shooting. Like all the stuff is Bretonnia is tough.
All right. Who wants to do some dwarfs?
Let me take a look at it. See what we got here.
From
Is this
Al.
Al?
Al.
Okay. Yeah. I'll step in, hop in
Wow.
here.
Hold on. Who is Miss Junk's Bits? Who are you on YouTube? He's.
Oh no.
They said he, she, I don't know. Said I've dated a couple of peg nights. Not gonna lie. Ugh.
Oh, get Peg stuck. That's got to be the you got to make a shirt, right?
Yeah, that's right, Jonesy. By the way.
Chris Jonesy hopped in and said, as exiles do not have to give up turn 1. They do not, because
Right.
they do not have to pray. They can vanguard and just hit the gas, and then get their prayer and stuff as they're killing people.
That's pretty nasty.
You
got Al?
All right, yeah. So starting off with the king, on shield barrel, so extra wounds, rune of preservation, which rune of preservation is a ward save, I'm pretty sure, but Rasta rune of adamant. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Let me pop over my handy dandy cheat sheet. Toughness a 10.
It's 100 points.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
boatload of wounds, ward save, toughness of 10. I'm not sure what their natural armor is. Probably like a heavy armor or something like that. But yes, toughness 10, a lot of wounds, and a ward save. So that's their way of protecting the king.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I definitely have not seen that one before. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, shield bearers full plate, so 4-up armor with a great weapon. They got a Thane with the ward save BSB banner. On shield barrels for extra wounds. Rune of preservation again for the ward save, and Master Rune of Gromrel I think is a 2-up armor save.
That is right.
So he kind of instead of putting the Gromrel on the king, switches over to the Thane.
I
Okay,
like
so 2 pretty
defense.
tanky boys.
That's awesome.
We got a runesmith with 3 runes of spell breaking, saying no, I don't want you to cast any of your spells. And a second runesmith with 1 spell breaking and 1 rune of speed. And those runesmiths, if I'm thinking right, they give their units that they're in armor bane 2. I think that's what happens.
Is it 2? It's not 1. It's 2. Okay.
Could be 1. It's something. It's something good.
It might be 2. You might be right. Okay.
I'm assuming there's some rangers or some shooting to pop those in. So let's see here. So we had 23 longbeards in core. Rune of confusion means no charge bonuses when they're charged, I'm pretty sure. So if you try to, in the front arc, so if you try to hit this longbeards in the front, you're going to have a bad time. I can guarantee you that. 14 rangers.
Well, do you see, look at this champion in the longbeards.
Oh, 3 rune of speed.
3 runes of speed, plus 3 initiative.
Yeah.
With a great weapon.
Yeah. So
that's
this,
cool.
they might be going first because you're not getting charge bonuses.
No, yeah, they're going to be, it's going to be pretty nasty.
You're gonna have a bad time if you hit that unit in the front. Pro tip. So 14 rangers, probably maybe a runesmith sneaking in there. But no, these guys have a standard bearer, rune of battle, so they have extra combat res. Yeah, rangers were solid. I love rangers.
For everything.
They could be skirmisher. They could be open order, whatever calls for.
He gave them everything. 15. Great weapons, shields. And
yeah.
Wow, crossbows.
That unit can fight in combat too. Rangers can 100% fight in combat. 15 iron breakers with some cinder blast bombs. I don't see that too often, I don't think, because I think they have to be within like 6 inches for that to work.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes tough for dwarves, but Master Rune of Hesitation.
What's that do?
Which one?
Master Rune of Hesitation.
So one makes you disordered charge, and the other one makes you like not get charge bonuses. Hesitation is you don't count as charging for the purposes of the chosen weapon you have, or any special rules it may have.
So no lances.
So, yeah, basically it shuts down lances and like cavalry spears and some other stuff. But yeah.
Yep. So similar type of idea. Instead of it being the initiative bonus, it's working with The Lances, okay.
Mhm.
2 bolt throwers, 3 gyros, okay. And then 2 units of 9 Iron Drakes with their torpedoes. So basically 2 cannons with some Iron Drakes. I like that. Iron Drakes are again awesome for shooting. They bring the cannons. Oh no! Oh yeah, sorry. It is a Troll Hammer torpedo. I saw the Cinder Blast bombs for a second and I got worried. I was like, wait, where's the cannons? Troll Hammer torpedoes are so good.
Yeah, they're basically light cannons.
Yeah. No, this is a good take on dwarves. Two tanky boys for your characters. 2 stopping their magics. You know, I would say 2 kind of anvils with your Longbeards and your Ironbreakers, just keeping your characters safe. I'm assuming maybe 1 in each, kind of close together, and then gunline. You know, Iron Drakes, Rangers. Might struggle a little bit with getting to the objectives for some of those missions, but this army just might kill you, and then go get the objectives later.
I like it.
Mhm.
All right, next.
That was Al. Yeah, no, solid.
That was Al. So
We have 6 dwarf armies in here, so I'm interested to see what kind of takes there are on this one. Because normally dwarves, when you saw, was either full gun line or full, you know, well, maybe Alex's Slayers or something like that. But
Slayers. All right, you're up, Andrew. We got Alex B.
All right, give me a second. Pulling this up. So he's starting off. He's got he's been led by Duke. So on a hippogriff. He's got the Crusader's Lance, Gromrill, Great Helm, and the Virtue of the Joust. So, I'm trying to figure out what
an
the
Aaron trait list also.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he's your monster. He's gonna go get you. Next up, he's got a Paladin, who's the BSB with the Crusader's Tapestry, Gauntlet of the Duel, Potion of Speed, and then the Virtue of Heroism. So he's gonna go dance with everybody. Next up, level 4 Prophetess with Battle Magic. And then Diadem of Power. Not familiar with that one. Level 2, Ruby Ring of Ruin and Battle Magic. So I think I've played a lot of Bretonnians, and Battle Magic does do well, especially if they can get things off like Pillar of Fire and just, you know, absolutely eat all of your infantry in a couple turns. So characters look pretty good. He's got 1 Lance of Knights of the Realm for core. He's got another Lance of 8. And then, the Blazing Banner for the first one of 9. Then for the unit of 8, he's got the War Banner, a little bit extra combat res. 6 Knights Errant with Banner of Honorable Warfare. And then another unit of 6 Knights Errant. 10 Peasant Bowmen, 10 Peasant Bowmen. And then for special, he's got 3 Peg Knights. So he went light on the Peg Knights. I appreciate that. with 6 Grail Knights. So, and they took the Virtue of the Knightly Templar. I can't talk to that guy. Sorry. And
so
the
he put that on his champion. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the Conqueror's Tapestry, that gives you like extra victory points, right, per standard you capture. I think that's that one.
The Crusader's Tapestry, which is on the BSB, that's a frenzy
Crusader
piece right there.
That gives the unit frenzy. But he's on a horse, so I guess he's in the ground.
Yeah, so it says Crusader's Tapestry taken by a model in the errantry. A unit carrying the Crusaders gains frenzy rule. So is that just so? I mean, this is a legitimate question here. So it's on a BSB. Does the BSB get the frenzy, or does he give that to the whole unit?
I would assume you give it to the whole unit. Hold on, is that Arcane Journal? Also, the Crusader's Lance is a pretty good lance. It's a lance, but you get Furious Charge and Hatred, and it's Armor Bane too. It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking about it because, like, if you put that on like a unit champion, I'm like, all right, the unit champion.
Oh yeah, a unit carrying the Crusader's Tapestry gains the Frenzy special rule. Yeah, so when he's in that unit, the unit gets frenzy.
Okay, fair. Because that's what I was just checking. So yeah, BSB has it. Boom, the whole unit that he's in will have frenzy for that.
Real quick, does a Paladin come with the Grail Vow? I don't think it does he?
No.
Okay, so he can't go in the Grail Knights because he doesn't have the Grail Vow, right? I think that's how that works. Y'all tell me. YouTube.
Believe so. I think you have to have Grail to go with Grail.
Yeah, so he's gonna go into the, I guess the
8-man unit of
yeah.
Knights of the Realm.
Probably the 8-man.
Oh, the diadem of power for the prophetess was an extra +1 for casting like damagey type spells from battle magic. That one was there for the diadem. Virtue of the joust on that duke. I had to look that one up. That one is rerolling
rerolls
to wound rolls.
Yeah, so he's going to be rerolling to hit and rerolling to wound. That's pretty cool.
He doesn't like your dice. He's gonna just reroll them.
That definitely gets out the variance a little bit when you have that. Get rid of those outliers.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm seeing Hippogriff Duke, a lot of power. Frenzied Paladin with some hit behind him too. 2 casters. Knights on foot or not foot, on horse.
Yeah, everything's mounted, so it's come get you. The Hippogriff's, I mean, he's not a dragon, but he's nothing to scoff at. CT5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Next, we have Andrea. We have Tomb Kings. First Tomb Kings of the day. Only 800 characters. That's good. Cool. He has a level 4 on a steed with lore familiar. So he's picking his spells and he's doing necromancy, so he's probably going to drop your leadership. We have a Royal Herald on a chariot, who is his BSB, and a flail. Gave him nothing else. BSBs for Tomb Kings and Vampire Counts, just so you'll know, lets him reroll all leadership checks. Then he has a Tomb King on a Bone Dragon with Armor of Destiny and a Giant Blade. Nice. So even though he's not taking, because you're not allowed to here, he's got a nasty. That's still a nasty Tomb King. The Giant Blade is it's not as good as the Ogre Blade because I think it doesn't have AP, but I think it still does multiple wounds.
Multi-wound 2.
Is it? Okay. So
it's multi-wound 2, so it's doesn't have the up and down of the 3 or the 1. You just guarantee yourself 2 wounds with it.
Right. Okay. And it's not bad because it's great versus other monsters. Because other monsters that have no armor save. So if you like fighting a low armor monster, that thing will still destroy it.
I mean, it has armor bane, right? So like if you hit those 6s,
Does it?
right, you get you get AP2 with your 6s that you're fishing for
Okay.
Hitting the strength +1. So it's a little 30-point item.
Makes him
it's
strength
really
6.
good for really good for monsters.
Yeah. Then he's got 3 stalkers. They have like the shooting attack. I didn't see. Wait, are they just the normal? I don't see if they're Army of Infamy or not. So, but they do actually. He has these as core, so that is one of the Armies of Infamy, if I'm not mistaken, for Tomb Kings. He has 10 archers, 7 chariots with no musician but standard and champion, 9 horse archers skirmishing around. Okay, so his level 4 is going to go in here and just have 360 line of sight, casting spells, lowering your leadership. Then he has 4 knights. 4 knights. I love it. So
and these are the guys that ride the serpents, right?
Yeah, these are the tomb guards that ride the snakes.
Yep. Okay.
They're cool. I like that.
That's cool models.
Yeah, I love these models. I think they came out in 8th edition is when that when they dropped. Beautiful. 2 single tomb scorpions with ambushers, and these things are so good being able to have Killing Blow and Monster Slayer for all their attacks. It's crazy. And then double caskets. Yikes. Okay, so double caskets to just do a whole bunch of multiple wounds from ranged, then or give the -1 to hit bubble, lowering your leadership and slamming you with lots of snakes and a bone dragon.
And there's a little hidden Necrosphinx if you scroll down. Just one more line.
Did I miss a Necrosphinx?
Boop.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay, it got better by a Necrosphinx. Nasty.
Yeah, I think this is just a regular old army.
Regular old army.
Yeah, because it seems similar to some of the ones I've kind of seen floating around. Yeah. But yeah, for folks in chat, we're doing this live. Any thoughts you guys have, put them out there. You know, sometimes we might be thinking about it the wrong way, or we might be reading an item wrong. So yeah, feel free to chop in. But we said that the caskets, was that the one that didn't stack for having 2 of them?
I think are you talking about the -1 to hit?
And that and the +1 to cast, I think, or something like that.
I think one of those does stack. I'm not sure if it's the -1 to hit or if it's the I think the to cast doesn't stack, but I think the -1 might. Yeah, we'll have to relook at that.
Double casket is nice because you could just cover a large portion to just guarantee you're going to get it. Or yeah. One's shooting, one's protecting because you can't do both the same turn.
All right, so first, okay, so great list. Andreas now is a Skaven player. So Andrew, you're gonna do this Skaven, and then you're next on the list. So you're gonna review both Skaven lists, but you have to do it in like a Skaven. Do you want to do yours first or his first?
Let's do his first.
His first, okay.
Talk
about how awful his Skaven are. He's a rival clan. He's a rival clan.
Yeah,
he must die versus Scryer.
Yes.
All right. So for characters, he's got a Grey Seer out there. On the bell. So the bell's pretty good. And he's also got the Shadow Magnet.
What's the bell do?
Shadow Magnet Trinket. So that's -1.
-1 what? To hit or something?
Yeah, Shadow Magnet gives the units of the bell because the bells aren't pushed anymore, or they're not in the units anymore. So he's going to be -1 to hit. And then the bell gives you a ward. It does kooky bell things. So you kind of have like a little bound spell-ish action kind of going on.
Okay.
And then I believe it also gives you a ward. So it gives the whoever's riding it good toughness. And then the benefits that that does like helps kind of like just bolster the army. So there's like extra movement, and I think one of them gives you a frenzy. So it's random Skaven stuff. So it rolls. I haven't played with it in this edition yet, but as I was perusing it, it keeps a lot of the themes that the bell has had.
You said you haven't played with the bell yet?
I haven't played with the bell yet. I was team Plague Furnace real hard.
Right.
For a while. So all
right, I'll read the bell real quick if you don't mind. So it's T6 with 5 wounds plus the wounds of the character.
Yeah, I mean cap for ridden in our event, so that's going to be 7 cap.
D6 +1 impact hits, and it's a heavy chariot, so they're going to be AP2. It gives him MR3.
Yep.
Yikes! It's stubborn, dragged along, tolling the bell. Let's see. If you roll 12s, you roll boxcars. Every enemy unit within 18, including that are fleeing or engaged in combat, take a leadership check. If they fail it, they suffer D6 Strength 4, no armor, no regen. And then just some other cool stuff of, like you said, it's giving extra attacks to all units, or ITP to all your units, or +1 to casting rolls for wizards, and you gain fear on all your units. That's cool. Okay.
He has a ward too, right? I think the bell gives the rider the ward.
Oh yeah, you only got 5 up, but versus non-magical attacks. So that non-magical is pretty important.
Yeah, if you're doing it right, you're not. I mean, the D6 impact hits is intriguing, but I wouldn't necessarily yeet it into things because that's where you're going to run into things that have the magical attacks mostly. So bell is good. Storm Demon is also in. I believe that because he's on top of the bell, he gets 360-degree line of sight as well.
Yeah, chariot.
Like shooting chariot. Chariot. And so that makes the Storm Demon particularly nasty. Storm Demon is basically just a bound version of Warp Lightning. Okay. So you're getting D3 +1, Strength 5 -3 AP attacks. Dude. So it's good at nuking little highly armored knight units and things. And then he took Battle Magic, which is interesting. So I think he's probably going to try to dish out some damage and do probably try to roll for Fireball like everybody who's using Battle Magic is, and then try to get Pillar of Fire out. Warlock Engineer, level 2. Kept this one pretty streamlined at 105 points. Didn't give them any magic items. The Warlocks and the Grey Seers all get D3 in this edition. D3 warp tokens in this edition, which is nice. So they're gonna get a little help casting. Then he's got a second Warlock Engineer that's basically a clone. Now, no BSB, which is a bold strategy cotton, because we do not have the buses. Go ahead, Zach.
Those engineers, what's the signature for them? Is that going to be the Warp Lightning?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's got
hoping for Fireball or like maybe an Arcane Urgency or something like that, or Pillar of Fire. But if they don't get anything too solid, you just swap out for a Warp Lightning.
I have a very similar strategy in mind. I think
Mhm.
I upped mine to level 2s. So you're trying to max out your warp lightning casts is what you're doing. With the Gray Seer, he can take it too, because the signature spells, like you roll like you normally would with any of the lures you take, and then instead of taking that lore signature, you can sub out War Lightning. So you have a lot of versatility with what
Okay.
you can do. You're
So a
gonna
lot
roll it.
of it's like razzle dazzle right at the top. So looks like a lot of magic missile for the
Yes.
strategy here for the team name, the list name. Okay, I can see this. A lot of magic missiles.
Staying in theme, I like it. All right, so for core, he's got about almost 1,000 points of core, which is kind of
Nice.
what you have to do with Skaven. He's got 1, 2, 3 clan rat, 20
Nice.
man blob,
Cool.
all with rattling guns. Good move.
Full command.
Then he's got
Spears.
2 10-man units of storm vermin, which is good because they're small, and both of them have doom flares.
Because they couldn't take more clan raz, they had to take storm vermin.
Well, 10.
Yeah, that's true. Max at 3 per.
20.
Yep.
Max at 3. He's like, fine, storm vermin.
He's
It
like,
is.
fine.
Yeah, nobody wants to run up against, I think you can do.
Crazy.
You can get 5 or 6 clan rats in there uncomped with rattling guns, and they're just coming at you. So he's going weapons team. He's got very Skyer Skew here. Skyer Skew. I can never say that one right. For his special units, he's got these 2 5-man units of Warlock Giselles. I believe they're strength 6 -3.
Okay.
The Pavice is nice, gives you a 4 up against attacks in the front arc. Then he's got 7 Gutter Runners. Gutter Runners are amazing. Like,
they're almost a highlight of the Skaven book.
They kind of are. There's a pretty strong justification. I got a couple lists out there which are 1,000 points of just gutter runners. So he's on brand with the gutter runners and with the long distance shooting. That checks out. Double pit, I love it, and then a warp lightning cannon.
Whew.
So
We've chatted offline because Andrew's a pretty devout Skaven player, and I play a lot of Wood Elves. And we were just thinking, like, you could maybe build Skaven like a Wood Elves list,
Yes.
You could basically do the gun line. Your gun line might blow up sometimes, but
and the redundancy with the double hell pit is needed. Like I did not take 2. I'm kind of going. I think I've talked with you guys offline. I'm just here to roll dice and stuff, and if I do good, great. But if you're trying to win, yeah, double hell pits makes sense. The fact that it gets back up again, there's a 16% chance it can get back up again, kind of just, gnaws at your opponent's brain the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
It falls over, gets back up, and if they kill it, it falls over again.
Get down.
Well, the funny
Get
part
up
is it
again.
dies.
Get up,
It's
get
got
up,
the
get
thud
down.
or thump or whatever the giant falling thing is, which I always forget. But it does squish you, and then if it gets back up again, you could probably sneak 2 fall downs or whatever the rule is called out of that.
Timber.
So
I think it's called timber.
timber, that's it. Called it. Thump.
Yeah, everyone hates on Skaven, and like they're not that great, but I feel like there is some play to some of these lists. Like
As a gun line, they're okay, but that's like you can't take a bit. I don't know. Let's see what Andrew does in response.
Yeah, what did I do?
What did Andrew do in
Let's
response?
see.
You left 3 points. He left 3 points on the board.
You should
points on
get
the board.
bonus. You should get bonus points for Skaven.
All right, what you
At
got?
least 3, right? So I'm being led by I lied. So I have a warlord in here with Ogre Blade and Talisman of Prez. He's not particularly scary. He's got like a 4-up armor, and he's got his kit with the 5-up Talisman of Protection. So that's pretty good. With the Gray Seer, I kept mine on foot. I'm sacrificing the tankiness of the bell to have a little bit more on ground flexibility. And so I took Ruby Ring of Ruin, and I'm gonna go for illusion with this game, because keeping with that theme of like, hey, do what you're good at. We're not good at fighting, so if I can pick a lore that keeps me out of fighting, it's pretty Skaven-y of me.
Fair.
So
fair.
Similar spell choices here, where I'm going to go out.
What's the amulet do?
The amulet, that just gives me a 4-up board, I think, against non-magical attacks.
Okay.
So
Cool.
keep the caster safe, mostly by not having him have to roll.
Now,
those.
do you usually do you put him in a unit, or do you run him by himself?
I always do it wrong. So I've been generally doing it where
Okay.
I've done 50-50. It's a game time deployment decision. If there's a lot of stuff that can kind of get to them as the line collapses in on itself, it's good. For this and this, I'm probably going to put them in a unit because the majority of the spells I'm going to be casting are going to be, I'm going to be facing what I want to cast it at anyhow. So the biggest thing with the lore familiar, I'm going for the one that doesn't let you charge, and I'm going up for Crystal Column, and I'm going to make it so you can't come get me or move, and I'm going to shoot you.
Sounds great.
Yeah, buddy. I also have 2 Warlock Engineers. I went and I stuck the Storm Demon onto one of my level 2s there, and I also just kept Battle Maggot because I'm going to roll 2 dice.
Battle
and
Maggot.
One of those, Battle Maggot. That's should have skewed Pestilence, right? But anywho, Battle Magic. I'm going for Storm Demon or Lightning. Zap. And then I did bring a BSB. So this is my standard. I got the War Banner, and then I got sort of Might and Charm Shield just for a little bit of extra protection. So nothing too crazy there.
Nice.
I prefer bigger-ish blocks of Clan Rats for 24 because they die to stiff breezes, but I'm also bringing Rattling Guns with me.
They're so good.
And then for the Storm Vermin, I'm bringing 23 of these guys, and their kind of gimmick is that they have the Grand Banner of Superiority. So this is going to give me plus D3 combat res to kind of keep me around.
Okay.
And I'm putting the Chieftain in there too.
Okay, so what's your static combat res right there?
Best case scenario, I'm going to have my 3 ranks. I'm going to have 2 banners. I'm going to get War Banner and then up to D3. So like up to 9 static combat res.
That's awesome. 7 and 9 combat res starting. That's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Okay.
They're really good at staying there and getting murdered.
They hold what they need to, and you shoot everything else.
They do.
If you fight a dragon or a monster, their maximum combat res is 7, and your lowest is 7 with breaking with the musician. So you do win combats versus the dragons. Now, whether or not you double outnumber them depends on how much they kill, kind of thing. But no, this is a unit that can break a dragon and kill it. Can confirm has happened.
It has happened. Cool. So for special, I have 6 Jezzails. I think they're pretty good. The only thing that stinks, they're ballistic skill 3, so I'm gonna get approximately 3 hits per turn, and then most of that should wound, but those are more there to just kind of bother people. 3 Rat Ogres. If they do what I want them to, there we go. They're pretty good. Most of the time they run around like idiots and just get themselves in trouble, but that's okay because the new sculpts are super cool. And if you're in our group chat, I've been spamming you all with like every brushstroke of updates on those. So sorry for that, guys.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine.
And I also have 2 units of 10 gutter runners, and they're real good. I did not take ambushing. I'm going to keep them there, and the gimmick there is the evasive. That's a really awesome rule.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Then rounding out the rare section, I got a Hell Pit and a Warp Lightning Cannon.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. It's a good list.
It'll be okay. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, you're having fun with it.
I feel like the skeleton of a Skaven list has kind of been... People are like centered around the same thing. It's just characters are different, and then like some core selections are different. But like you see the same stuff in special and rare. And
that's the army composition thing, which I won't get on. I won't steal the mic for that. But you either skew Pestilence or you skew Scryer. Say that 5 times fast.
All right, next.
Yeah, those are the Rat Boys.
It's a good list. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and it better get a 25 on painting or whatever the max is. I forgot.
Yeah.
2 and 3, 3 and 2.
That's right.
Do it, Andrew.
You want this one, Alex? Or Alex? Jeez. You want this one, Zach?
What do we got?
Tomb Kings by Andy.
All right, let's take a look. So we got Big Tomb King on top of a Bone Dragon. Oh man, bunch of items that I never know what they do. So Flail of Skulls and Crown of Kings. Let's go ahead and take a peek while we're looking at it. Flail of Skulls. Flail Skull, Strength +3, AP 1, multiple wounds 2. Only during the first round of combat. Okay, so this guy is pretty solid during the first round. Strength +3, multiple wounds 2. That's gonna hurt.
I like how he did. Look, he did like notes.
For
See
what?
that?
Oh,
Like he wrote notes in this.
oh, you know what? I see it. Yeah. Okay,
That's
so the
cool.
Crown of King to raise dead. So maybe he also has the ability to Nehek or whatever it's called in this one. To
I
rise.
think so.
Crown of Kings. Boop. Where may attempt to resurrect the fallen. Boom. Okay, cool. So 2 separate types of resurrecting.
That's
We
good.
can live with that. High Priest on a steed. And now I'm always a little off with Tomb Kings. The Tomb King is the general, but for them to crumble, it's the High Priest. So if
Yes,
this High Priest
he's the
dies, this
necrotech.
is the crumbling.
Right.
Okay.
He didn't select it. Maybe he selected someone else as the necrotech. Usually, I think you have to select that. But I think it's your highest wizard level, so it'll be this guy.
Okay. And that warding splint, I believe, is a arcane journal for.
It's a 5-up ward.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah,
even count as
5-up
light armor too. I think.
Yep.
Lets a wizard cast and wear armor. Pretty cool.
Okay. So elementalism, Sneck *2.
I don't get. Okay, it's only because look at the magic items. Amulet of Serpent. Serpent.
Yeah,
staff.
I'm enjoying reading it. This is
great.
already getting points from me for for lore. If I'm thinking about it, you can like resurrect them not resurrect them twice.
Do you see what the serpent staff does though? It's a
That's
close
what I'm trying to
combat
pull up.
weapon.
It is.
Yeah, what's it do? What's a mortuary priest taking this for? It's hilarious.
Can you read it? Like for some reason it's not.
So it's +2 strength, AP 2, with poison attacks. So it's a great weapon with poison attacks, but it doesn't have strike last. But only Lich Priest can take it. So, yeah, I don't know what is the.
Can Tomb Kings take illusion?
Yes.
Probably. Amulet of the Serpent.
I would put that on the one that lets you do 2d6 attacks. That would be kind of gross.
But he took elementalism. Where's Arcane Journal? Here it is. I'm trying to remember what this Amulet of the Serpent.
Yeah, before I get too far into the I'm looking at the rest just to kind of see where folks are going.
He's not so this guy is not subject to dry as dust or flammable special rules. But I think a mortuary priest only has like 2 attacks, maybe 1. So just hilarious. Love it.
So as I'm looking at the list, I see 35 skeleton warriors, 20 skeleton skirmishers. So I'm trying to find a home for the character. Oh, I guess the mortuary priest is on foot, but the high priest is on a steed.
Yeah, he's probably going.
So unless that's going with the horse archers, which I don't know if they have reserve move, but that could be a little dicey. 2 units of 4 skeleton chariots.
Cool.
Tomb Scorpion, Tomb Swarm.
Swarms are good.
Very.
Now this is not the sacrifice wounds on the swarms to keep it going. That's specifically a Army of Infamy. So I don't think that's this one. But they're just ambushing swarms, which could be really annoying. Rounding off with the Necrosphinx, the Colossus. You don't see those Colossus too often.
I love
Colossus.
God, they're so good. They're so cool.
They just look so silly. The model looks so silly to me.
How dare you? How dare you? That's one of like my favorite Tomb King. Actually, that is my favorite Tomb King model. 100%.
I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm saying it looks silly, and I appreciate silly looking models.
It's awesome. The artwork when they're like slamming Empire dudes and stuff. Oh, it's so cool.
So also a Screaming Skull Catapult and a Casket of Souls. So basically couldn't decide what the best thing was and wanted to take all the fun ones and just went, bam, give me one of everything.
I love that. That's a fun looking list.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so the Tomb King on the Dragon is kind of the linchpin that's going to try to hold it together. I'm a little bit wondering what the 35 skeleton warriors are going to do, because they're not like the Tomb Guard, right? They're not like the
they're just basic dudes.
Okay,
they're probably like 6 points each or something, even cheaper.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay.
light
I
armor
can see where the
shield.
damage comes from in the list. I'm wondering if that's just maybe some core filler and stuff like that. Just so it's gonna look cool in a big 7x5,
It'll
according
definitely
to the
look
notes.
cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he
And
has elementalism. He could teleport a unit around, so he could just be like, "Boop, 35 warriors are in your flank" or something crazy.
Yeah, Tim brought up a good point, which I was thinking about too. Is the skeleton mount might be heavy cav, and the horse archers might be something different. So
Wait, a
if they're a
skeletal steed for
skirmisher,
a high priest is a heavy? What? That can't be right. I mean, it could be right. It just sounds wrong. Skeletal steed. It is heavy cavalry.
yeah. So like if those skeleton horse archers were skirmisher, they wouldn't be able to hop in there.
Yeah, you can't go in there.
But if he runs him as like open order, oh no, you guys were talking about that the other day. I don't know what you guys ruled on that one, but
Yeah, it should be that base. It'll stay like that for now because then you could do
Yeah.
some really tricksy stuff. So that means the other Tomb King list we read earlier is going to have the same problem. So hopefully,
well, they didn't have skeleton horse archers, right? They had something else.
no, they did. They had
They did?
another. Yeah. Andrea, I'll pull it up real quick. Skeletal. No, it was actually just. Oh yeah, he had a unit of 9 of them.
Okay.
He had a unit of 9 of them. If either of you need to change that, not you two, but either of the Tomb King players are thinking that the High Priest can go in the Horse Archer unit, and that was your plan. This is a GT. This is supposed to be fun. Let me know, and you can like obviously take him off the steed or just run him by himself. Whatever you need to do, just talk to me. Just talk to
So
me.
skeleton horse archers are light. Oh yeah, they come with skirmisher and open order.
Mhm.
Okay, so maybe they thought that they could just run it as open order and be fine, instead of running them as skirmisher. Okay, no, that's good. Good pickup. I was
Yeah.
thinking about it, but I was like, I didn't know for sure.
Oh, good list. All right, what's next? Who's up? Who's up? Who's up? That was the last Tomb King.
Where's chaos for Andy Grady?
Andy Grady. Iron Fingered League. Iron Fingers. Is this one mine?
That's you. You're up.
Warriors of Chaos. He has a Manticore, and I think those are kind of like Impetuous, if I'm not mistaken. Marker Nurgle to give him the 6-up rerolls for the enemy to reroll. He's got the regen and the Headsman's Axe. I think the Headsman's Axe gives you MR 1 or 2, and it's like +1 strength, -1 AP. I think so. So he's just tanky. Reroll 6s to hit him. He's got a 2-up, 5-up, 5-up, and then MR 1. So he's just gonna be running around tanking stuff, and he's not expensive. He's only 412 points on a mana course. That's pretty cheap. He has a level 4 Zinch, so he's going to get, if he's in a unit strength of 10 or more, he's going to get +1 to cast. Spell Familiar, so he'll have 5 spells and the Puppet, which is disgusting. And he took Demonology, so lots of magic missiles. He's, okay. Why would he take Zinch and Demonology? Because the magic missiles for Demonology is the signature. And so is the Marcus Zinch spell signature. Okay. Exalted
I'm gonna
Champion.
assume it's something to do with Steed of Shadows, which is awesome from
True.
Demonology.
True. That's like the free Fly 12 or something crazy. Is that what Steed of Shadows is? Fly 12?
Yep, Fly 12, March 24.
Mark of
Or
Corn.
Marching Column, go 36.
Oh my gosh. BSB with Mark of Corn with the Ogre Blade and Enchanting Aura on Exalted Champion. That's cool. That is a stacked BSB.
Yes.
Wow. Ogre Blade and Enchanting Aura. Okay. 2 units of 5 Hounds. Great chaff. Some of the best chaff in the game. 5 Chaos Knights with Mark of Corn. So that's where the BSB is going with the War Banner. With Lances. I really wish Chaos Knights had Countercharge. Without Countercharge, man, it's tough. 14 Warriors. Mark of Zinch. So that's where his level 4 is going to go. Banner of Rage, which is to make them frenzy, which they can never lose. So they will never run, which is the point. But they can be baited with charges. That does happen. Unit of 5
the dogs are
Marauders.
gonna do.
Oh yeah, like
the dogs in front of the warriors that just can't do it.
Fair. 5 Marauders of Slanesh. Don't remember what Slanesh does. That's like +1 initiative on the first round of combat, I think, and you're immune to panic. I think that's
I
right.
think it's better charge. Is it +1 movement
Is
on the
that right?
charge?
I forget.
I'm gonna have to look it up. +1 initiative and passing panic checks. Boom. There you go.
Ha! Suck it. I think you're thinking demons. I think that was
Oh
demons.
yeah,
that
yeah,
did that one.
probably. Yeah.
Marauders are great. 5 Marauders that are immune to panic. Awesome, because if there's just one left, he's just going to use it and be so annoying with it. It's going to be hilarious. That's the worst feeling when there's like one skirmishing or one fast cav model left and it doesn't run or something. It's just such a nuisance. 10 Chosen with full plate, additional hand weapons, Mark of Corn, drilled, and full command. So be careful with
Guess
the...
who's going 36 inches?
Yeah, it's 10 Chosen just... remember that the Chosen, when you're running these guys, if you use the additional hand weapon, you lose the extra AP. So just use one hand weapon if you need the AP 1 with your Frenzy. So I think they have 2 attack space, so they will have 4 strength, 4 attacks, which is pretty cool if you use the additional hand weapon. 1 Dragon Ogre halberd with heavy armor. 1 Dragon Ogre, 1 Dragon Ogre. So 3 solo Dragon Ogres. 5 Chosen Chaos Knights with Mark of Corn.
Those guys have countercharge, right? The BSB can make a home in there too.
Yeah, if he goes into Chosen, yeah, that's probably what he's going to do. Countercharge is just so important for Knights with Lances. 4 Chaos Trolls with great weapons. So Chaos Trolls, that's 12 great weapon attacks at strength 7. Pretty tough.
Question from chat was from I was about to say E-Man, but Ernan, can a Frenzy Sorcerer cast? And I believe the answer is yes, unless they failed their charge.
Yeah, so that is correct. Ernan, so a Frenzy caster, if they declare the charge, then they can't. And obviously if they make the charge, they can't. So basically you would want to either keep him away from being charged or have a unit in front of the Frenzied unit so the Frenzied unit isn't able to charge when it's your turn. So then you can still cast spells. Sara's Blood the High Priest could just be running near the Horse Archers and use them for cover. 100% could use them as cover and lookout Sirs. You're correct.
Yep.
That's right.
It was more just like if they thought that they could go in there, then we can talk about it. But yeah, no, that's...
Good list. I love 3 solo Dragon Ogres. He's got lots of chaff. A ton of chaff, actually. So he has a lot of stuff that's just going to block you, get in your way, make you waste turns on speed bumps and stuff like that, while he is blasting you with magic missiles, and then countercharge you with the lots of corn, and then a Nurgle Manticore going at you.
Hope I don't steal their thunder, but there is some trickery with Demonology, Steed of Shadows, and Drilled as far as being a marching column, yeeting 36 inches somewhere, getting into a great position, and then before the next turn, drilled so you can charge and actually complete it. So there is some potential there for some craziness. So.
And he could even do it with his no, it's only infantry gets Steed of Shadows, right?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. I was gonna say he could do it with his Chosen Knight, but no, he cannot. Vampire counts. Who wants them? Who's up? Zach, I think's up, right?
All right, let's do some vampire counts. Rick and Mortis.
Is that the name of this one?
Yeah, from Anthony Damron.
Go for it.
All right, let's see. Master Necro, level 4, on a Mortis of Dark Magic. Dark Magic has some cool tricks, minus strengths and toughnesses, and magic missile. So got some good stuff in there.
Dark Magic. Sorry to interrupt, but Dark Magic has two amazing spells, which is the Hatred and Frenzy. Is it Hatred and Frenzy?
Yep.
Which is amazing. It only lasts for your turn, so it's like
Battle Lust.
You're charging. Yeah, basically, it's really good.
Battle Lust is good.
A lot of people are sleeping on Phantasmagoria, but we will.
Oh yeah, that's super annoying.
It can disrupt your entire line. It's like I put it out 12 inches, and then everything within 12 inches of your stuff is now impetuous. So on a 50-50, your unit's going to have to charge, which is huge. All right.
It's like if you pass, they're impetuous. If you fail, you have to fall back and put yourself in a weird position that you didn't want to be in. So it's like, it gets wonky trying to plan out your turns.
Very, very.
2 300-point acolytes, both level 2 of necromancy with extra spells on Mortis engines.
Yikes.
So we have 3 Mortis engines for screaming, and the screaming is leadership checks with no armor or regen saves, and minus leadership with the necromancy spell. So yeah, this is just a scream heavy list. I can see it.
Oh yeah.
The White Lord is here, so that he could probably take something as core, but no BSB. so that is interesting.
Yeah, why did he take a basic white?
Core is some wolves. It's for I think Graveguard being core is why you take the white guy.
Okay.
Could be wrong. No, and you could do something like that with like Black Knights or whatever. You can take them as core with a White King or a White Lord.
Cool.
So the Graveguard are definitely just here for core points and being a nice big bunker. They do have drill, great weapons, all that good stuff. Drakenoff banner might be regen 5 up.
Oh yeah.
Could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
2 blocks of zombies, kind of just there to be there. Fellbats. Nice little group of skirmishers. Another group of Graveguard. You don't usually see 2 like that, but just
Okay.
just here. Yeah, it's fine. We do have some Blood Knights though. 2 units of Blood Knights. So this is also able to be resurrected. If one Blood Knight survives, the whole unit's pretty much going to come back because they have a lot of folks that can bring folks back up. Yeah, so didn't bring any extra Banshees, didn't bring any Terrorgeist to kind of go all in on the Screams, but you still have 3 Mortis Engines, and those are Chariots. So those are 4-up armor, maybe 5-up armors, but probably 4-ups.
4.
Yeah, this is a good take on a vampire list.
I like it.
Usually you see some kind of what's the right one? The Scepter. I can't think of.
Oh yeah, the Scepter of the Noit or something.
Yeah. You always kind of see that in there as like a re-rolling, not re-rolling, so you can do it twice. But I guess he's just bumping up against points with 990. No, because you can take. Oh yeah, it's 1,000 in this one.
Yeah.
Right? Am I losing my mind?
No, for characters, yeah, it's 1,000.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's probably just bumping up against points. Okay, I can see that.
It's interesting. No BSB though, so that means he doesn't get to re-roll to like bring dudes, like make dudes again. So he's just rolling on the leadership. So I don't know. I feel like I might have dropped one from a level 1 to a level, or a level 2 to level 1 just to make the BSB. So then all 3 of those guys are re-rolling. But I guess he wanted the extra spell. I'm not sure.
I'm starting to think that this list is not meant for just reviving dudes and like grinding you down. I think this list is meant to go forward and yell and hit you pretty hard and try to kill you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3 Mortis Engines though. That level 4 is casting to +7. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
If somebody miscasts friend or foe.
Yeah. That's a lot of Whew. That's cool. I'm looking forward to see how that does.
Yep.
Good list, Anthony. Good list, Anthony. All right, where we at? Benjamin Bratter, 13th Legion, DMV. Hi, elves. Whee. This is all you.
This one too.
Say what?
Actually, Andrew knows High Elves too, right?
A bit. I can. Yeah, let's do it. All right. So we're being led up by a prince on a sun dragon. So we know what he does. Ogre Blade, Dragon Helm, Seed of Rebirth, Blood of Kaldor. I actually don't know what Blood of Kaldor does.
But that's not the big dragon though.
I think it's Sun.
I think it's Moon, Sun, Star. So Star is the biggest one. So this is like a medium-ish dragon.
Schmedium.
Yeah, Schmedium. The Dragon Helm gives him the 2-up armor. Seed gives him the 5-up regen. And Blood of Kalendor gives him a ward save and impetuous.
So he's got 3 levels, three levels of damage reduction. Are they T6 of the Sun, or is Star when you get to T6?
I bet it's T5.
Good question.
I bet it's T5.
Yeah. Next up, we got our Archmage on foot, Lore Familiar, Seed of Rebirth, Talisman of Protection, Warden of Sapphire, and Illusion. So he's gonna. What did he give the? All right, no weapon on the Archmage, so he's not gonna do the. He's not gonna do any shenanigans with the. Was it Mystic Mirage? Is the one that lets you attack a lot? He's just gonna pin you in place and not let you charge his dragon, let your dragon eat you. Warden of Sapphire.
That's the one where you can get the Sword of Hoth, and then
a free Sword of Hoth. Basically.
You gain Killing Blow, deflect shots, and Ithilmar armor. But Killing Blow with Illusion, that's what he's going for.
Okay, that makes sense.
2d6 Killing Blow.
Here I come. He's got a Noble on foot, BSB with a Reaver Bow and Seaguard. Is the Reaver Bow the one that is basically like a mini bolt thrower?
Is that a magic item?
Yes, it's the Wood Elf kind of thing with the D3 shots. Not D3 shots. Attacks +1.
Okay. And then he's got Seaguard in there.
Not actually extra. It's just strength +1, but just whatever attacks you have.
There you go.
Cool.
5 toughness on the Sun Dragon, by the way. +4.
5 toughness on the Hydra. Okay. He's got a second noble. It's mounted. Charm Shield, Pure of Heart. Pretty good.
I guess
a foot noble and then a horse noble.
Yeah,
Okay.
where's the horse noble going to go? So then we got 5 elven archers. Okay. Another 5 man. Okay. Those are your objective getters and harass people. 5 Illyrian reavers. Okay. 6 silver helms. That might be where the mounted noble is going to go, unless it's got dragon princes, but I haven't gotten there yet.
Right.
20 Seaguard. I think the on foot noble is going to go in the Seaguard then, and he gave them the Razor Standard. Does Razor Standard give you? Does that affect shooting?
Or yes, it does.
Armor Bane 2.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so he's going to pepper you there. 20 Sword Masters. 7 Dragon Princes. The Blade Lord's got the Lore Master's Cloak.
So 4-up ward versus magic missiles.
Okay.
Wait, why did he take that? Is that what that is?
The unit.
Yep. It's the unit.
It's
yeah,
the unit. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's good. Nice. They're so easy.
Warp
They're so
Lightning
expensive.
doesn't like that.
God.
Warp Lightning does not like that.
No, it doesn't.
Found the reason. 7 Dragon Princes with a war banner.
Warp Lightning likes those.
Yeah.
Warp Lightning does like those.
Well, no, does Warp Lightning doesn't count as flaming attacks, does it? I assume it doesn't.
No.
I don't know what. It sounded stupid when I started to ask it, but I finished the sentence, so whatever.
I appreciate your commitment there.
Yeah.
Yeah. For rare, he's got 2 Great Eagles, an Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, and then 5 Sisters of Avalorn. Okay. So
this seems like a pretty balanced high elf list where you got your dragon princes, like your elite rider cavalry, then a little bit of light cavalry with silver helms, lighter cavalry with silver helms, sea guard, sword masters, bolt throwers. This is what I envision a high elf army.
In terms of like army comp, this is it's a good army comp. So he has a mid but not OP dragon. He's got a level 4, which is good. A couple cheap heroes that aren't crazy, right? And then at least one of almost every single core. And then 2 types of elite troops, and then 4 or 3 different types of rare. So, and his rare's only at 275. Like that's actually a very good army.
That's not offensive. That's not offensive.
No, it's not. This is actually this could easily win max.
So you're telling me if I bring my wood elves that have 0 rare, I get high comp?
No, because you take 3 Sisters of the Thorn units. So no.
How many Pillars of Fire?
Yeah,
I play a lot with
the hard boys.
Zach
Is getting like 7 or 8. Something stupid.
I have PTSD from Zach and his Sisters and Pillar of Fire playing infantry.
Fire jail.
Good job, Benjamin. I like that.
Oh yeah. That is
That'll be
that is
fun
how
to play.
I imagine like a high elf army should get put together.
Should. All right,
There's different takes. There's different takes of high elf army.
You're right. All right, this is Brandon, another wood elf, Wars of Chaos army. This one, and his team name is also Peg Knights Did Nothing Wrong. So this is a mana core, Ogre Blade, 1 Favor of the Gods, and Helm of Many Eyes. Ooh, is that the one that makes you stupid, but it gives you something cool?
Which one?
Helm of Many Eyes. It gives you strike first, but also stupidity. Gotcha. Okay. He's undivided, general. He's got a BSB on a Chaos Steed with the Doom Totem. Is that the one that... Wars of Chaos have some pretty cool... There you go. All enemy units that can draw line of sight to this model suffer -1 to the leadership. It's awesome. Okay, so he's on a Chaos Steed. He's on a Mana Core. We have a level 1 Sorcerer with the Infernal Puppet. So he's just trying to hide him, just stay within, I guess, 18 of your level 4 or your casters, just being a nuisance.
Puppet carrier with a magic missile at worst.
Yep. Oh, and he's on a Chaos Steed, so he could easily run him by himself, just run him around and be annoying. He has 2 units of 5 knights with lances, full command. 1 unit of 5 knights with no command, all undivided. 5 horsemen marauders with flails, 5 horsemen marauders with flails, 20 marauders with skirmishers and flails. Love it. All the flails coming at you. Triple dragon ogres, great weapons champion. Triple dragon ogres, great weapons champion. Shaggoth, who's going to be running with the dragon ogres because if he does his spells, like all the dragon ogres with 1 extra attack. And he gave him gorge tusks. I think that's in the beastmen section. Don't know what gorge tusk does. Maybe impact hits.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Gorge tusks.
I found it. Here you go. Gets 1 extra AP for armor or his weapons. So he's got an AP 3, armor bane 1, great weapon. Nice.
Is that just for his weapon?
It's just for any weapon used by this model. Yeah, so just the weapon.
Okay.
That's cool. A Gorby's chariot, a Gorby's chariot. Halberds, all undivided. So undivided army. Gorby's chariots are still good. Great armor save, and it's like two riders, I think. 2 strength 5, AP 1 attacks. Dragon.
A lot of
ogre.
smaller units, just that if stuff ends up dying, then something will get there, and we'll get to roll some dice in combat.
Yep.
I like that strategy. I don't know why. It's just like something will get there, and then I will roll dice.
Yeah. So exactly. So if there's a bunch of high AP strength shots, like a whole bunch of warp lightnings, he's got 3 units of chaos knights. One of them's gonna make it. And then a whole bunch of characters. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. That's
And
strong
dragon
too.
ogres will make it.
Dragon ogres will definitely make it because they don't give a crap about magic missiles. They got I got a 3-up armor save, and then I also have. Did he pay for heavy armor on the? Dragon
Yes.
ogres? Okay. So they got a 3-up save and then a 5-up ward versus magic missiles. So good.
But they're strength 7.
Yeah, very good too. Honestly, I could have done the same thing. Maybe I should have done the same thing that I did with Peg Knights to Dragon Ogres, but maybe it's just a
No,
360.
it was the
I know,
discussion that you were
Fly,
having
man.
was
I
it was
know,
the,
I
it was the
know.
360 to fly. I don't even know if they have swift stride. It was basically like you can
Dragon Ogres
wiggle
don't.
around dragon ogres. Peg Knight, you can't wiggle.
No wiggles. No wiggles.
No.
All right, Chad Griffith. Tomb Kings. Andrew or Zach? Is this one Zach?
I think you're up on Tomb King. You play Tomb King, don't you?
I do have Tomb Kings, but Zach's played them enough. You can do them.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I've played a couple lists of them. So if there's something wonky that I don't know, it's because I haven't seen it very often.
Oh, Saurus Blood said Sun Dragon is the small one.
So it goes Sun, Moon, Star.
Why would
Okay.
Moon be smaller than a sun?
It actually is. It is, yeah. I'll just look at it. Sun, Moon, Star.
In the sky, the sun is smaller than the
Yeah, so
moon-
clearly the moon is bigger.
Yeah.
The moon gets an extra wound and probably some difference on attack profiles and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
All right. Tomb Kings, what we got? We got
Boom.
Chad Griffith.
All right, so we got a Tomb King level 1 on a Bone Dragon. That's the general with a
Chad.
2 things I have no idea about: Royal Mantle and Blade of Antarax. We're gonna go ahead and take a peek.
You pull up the mantle, I'll get the blade.
What is it? Royal Mantle.
I think they're both in the Arcane Journal.
It 100% is in the Arcane Journals. We're going there.
The blade. +1 strength, -1 AP.
Okay, so just a better
each.
weapon than normal. Royal Mantle could be taken by the regular Royal Host. Can be worn with other armor. Improves their armor value by 1. By will be done. Affects all friendly units, not just the unit they have joined. So when he buffs up people, it's in his command range.
That's great.
All friendly units in his command range.
Yeah, that's
if
really
I'm reading
cool.
correctly.
That's pretty good.
It's easy to general.
So yeah, so hold on.
18-inch command
It
range.
doesn't really matter that he gets +1 armor because they're not using his armor. We're using the Bone Dragon's armor, right?
What's
so
the
like-
bone armor? Isn't the Bone Dragon's armor only like a 5-up or a 4-up?
Oh, he has heavy armor. Okay,
yeah, heavy
so
armor
he-
shield. He'll have a 2. He'll have a 3-up save.
5, 4, 3. Yep. Okay, good. That makes sense. Good with
But
that.
the blade is cool. He'll keep him alive. So the blade, for every wound an enemy unit loses, the wielder, so the Tomb King, regains a wound. There's no max
Turn them
on
into
that.
a vampire?
Yeah. So if my Tomb King does 5 wounds to you, I recover 5 wounds. That's awesome.
So this is the Tomb King also the crumbler guy for this army, or is one of the mortuary priests? I have to ask every Tomb King players I play, like, which one makes your army crumble?
I think Tim said in the chat it's the highest leadership, so it should be the Tomb King at this point. I'll look.
Okay.
I forget.
I'm just fine because if it is a Tomb King, then that is really tough to make the army crumble with that big old guy. Because he's the only person that can. Oh, it has to be a wizard. I do remember that it has to be a wizard to be your.
When you're in this Army Infamy, his Tomb King is a level 1 wizard.
Yes, I see that here. So like he does have a little bit of resurrecting.
I think he's both. Cool.
Okay, so skeleton infantry cohort. Looks like they got spears and warbows.
Did you do the priests? I missed that.
I think you skipped the priests.
Oops, sorry. I talked about him in my head for a second. Okay, so let's see. 2 priests, 2 level 2s, necromancy, on foot, cloak of the dunes, and something's canopy. So we're gonna take a look at
pronounce it. Pronounce it.
I'm not even gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, you gotta try. Come on, you gotta try.
What do we got here? We got Phaseract.
Yeah,
that seems good. That was pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
You take a leadership chest if you're not in combat, and then if you get it off, it does 2d6 plus 3 summon skeleton warriors anywhere within 12 inches on the battlefield, but not within 1 inch of somebody else. So he's gonna drop some skellies in front of you.
I love it.
Okay.
Summon some zombies. Basically.
Cloak of Dunes.
That should get. I think that gives you fly 9 or something on foot.
Is not
and if you fly over units, like you hit them with like stuff, like basically whip them with sand in a way as you're flying. I like it.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. Oh yeah, it's 2d6. It's fly 9, and it's 2d6 strength 2. Or no, it's just d6 strength 2. But it's AP 1, so you know it can kill some humans or elves.
Oh yeah.
Hilarious.
I like that for 50 points. A little bit pricey, but yeah, I can see it being worth it.
Yeah, it's only like 5 or 10 more points than the flying carpet.
Mm-hmm.
But you get the little extra damage.
Okay, good to know for stars. If it's a royal host, then it's the Tomb King. Any other Tomb King list has to be the highest level priest or mortuary priest.
Thank you.
Good to know. Good to know. So in the core, we got a 24. That's what it is. 24 royal host archers is what's in here. They have warbows, amulet of the serpent, which we did talk about that, right? That one.
Shoot, I know that. I remember the weapon, but I don't remember the.
Yeah.
I got it. Poison attacks. It's the poison attacks one.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, so 24 poison attack archers. That's the right one. And the icon, that one's not the terror icon. That is something different.
Can't find that one when I control F in the arcane journal. Can't find that one.
That one's in the regular. Gives you a single reform at any point during its movement.
Any point during
unless you make a charge move.
Oh, okay. Specifically says let's make a charge?
Yep. Let's make a charge.
Okay.
That's interesting.
That's immediately where my brain went. It's like, oh.
Yeah, drilled on archers. That'd be gross if that was a thing. I mean, that's good. You basically have drilled on archers.
24 Tomb Guard. Those are the beefy skeleton warriors. Halberds, shields, light armor. And Death Mask, that's the terror. Like the champion causes terror. And the Banner of Desert Winds, which might be reserve move.
It is, but it's also Vanguard.
Oh. A little bit better than I thought.
Fast Tomb Guard.
Yeah. 3 chariots. Nice, filling out the core. Tomb Guard chariots. I haven't seen those. Those are just basically better guys on top of the chariot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rid the Razor standard.
Tomb Guard have killing blow, by the way.
Okay. I never knew that there were Tomb Guard chariots. Very
yeah. Would the Razor Banner help with impact hits and all that too?
Don't believe so.
Oh, wait, no, Razor. I'm thinking of old Razor Banner because Razor Banner in this edition just gives you Armor Bane something good, right?
Yeah, Armor Bane too. Do impact? I don't think so because I know stomps don't get affected by special rules. No, hold on. Armor Bane is only to like weapons.
Weapon profile.
So then that's why Armor Bane would not go to impact hits. Figured it out.
Okay.
Got it.
Ushapti with great bows, love them. Ushapti with great bows, love them. We got 8 totals and the
Gross.
2 units. Scorpion, scorpion, scorpion. Scary, scary, scary.
Gross.
Okay, so I see when I look at this a gunlining Tomb Kings, ambushing scorpions. What's the Tomb Guard Chariots is the wild card for me. Like I see that I feel like they could really do a lot because like me, I wouldn't expect that. I would just think it's just like light skeletons on chariots, and all of a sudden they slam in, and I'm like, oh, I might be dead.
Killing blow negates armor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the anti-armor, is anti-cav answer.
Yeah, it's a nice style list with the Tomb King being a nice deterrent, with the Royal Mantle Blade of Antarak, and just basically running defense for the poison archer block.
They have cleaving blow. Sorry, they have cleaving blow, not killing blow, which is different.
Yes.
I'm trying to see what they have here. They each have D3+1 impacted, so it's an extra impacted. I think regular chariots only have 1, but they're not
Is it a heavy
heavy,
chariot?
so there's no there's no AP, which is kind of lame. But I guess I get it. But they do have shields and halberds, so they have a 3-up save, chariot. That's pretty good. And then in combat, they're all strength 5, which is pretty good. Trying to see what's cleaving blow. Where is that?
I think it's killing blow, but for infantry. I think
Okay.
it's basically what it boiled down to because it doesn't work on cavalry.
Oh, I retract
No.
my statement.
Okay. What's your statement?
That was going to be he charges those into knights to kill them, but
So
it
they
literally says you can't do that.
Cleaving blow is versus infantry, regular, heavy, light, and heavy cavalry, and war beast. So it's not bad.
Oh,
it's not bad.
I'm gonna waffle again.
Yeah. Okay, not terrible. It'll be fun to see on the field. I like it.
Yes. Oh, the chariots are pretty, man.
And he's got a bone dragon.
Yep, this is one of those kind of, like I said, gunliney type Tomb King lists that I can see doing a good job.
Poison archers, some heavy infantry with the tomb guards, a couple priests.
Dude, Shopty great bow, multiple wound, like strength 5, great stuff.
Always hits on 4s. Is it Shopty strength 4 or strength 6? Or sorry, strength 5 or strength 6 with her bows?
I think it's strength 5.
Is it strength 5? If it was strength 6, that'd be gnarly.
Let's see. Ooh, shop. It's a great bow, right?
It's strength 6.
It's strength. I just pulled it up. Yeah, great bow.
Gnarly.
Strength 6. Armor Bane 2.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Nice list. Who we got? Who was that? Ben? Chad? Chad. He's a Chad. Christopher Erickson. Dwarves. The Dowie. The Stunties.
My mortal foe.
Talk about your mortal foe then. Insult
okay.
them.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
They have stupid beards. All right. So he's being led up by a king.
Yeah.
Who's got hand weapon, great weapon, full plate armor, general shield bearers. Okay, so he's getting some extra wounds there. My runology is terrible yet.
I'll help you out.
But master rune is smithing.
Smiting.
Master rune smiting. Yeah. My reading's also bad. So master rune is smiting, master rune of Gromrel.
That's the 2
rune of
armor.
preservation and passage. Is passage give you like ambush or something cool or?
No, I think that's the one that gives you move through cover.
Okay.
But the master rune of smiting is your weapon. You just do d6 wounds per attack.
So it turns your weapon into an old school cannon.
Yeah. So the passage is just move through cover. That's all that is. It's cheap. It's only 5 points. Grommel, I think, is the 2-up.
Yep. And then preservation is 5 upward.
I think so.
Sounds right. So then he's got a Thane BSB with Master Rune of Grumgi and Rune of Battle.
Real quick, sorry. Preservation is you're immune to killing blow and you're immune to multiple wounds. So no ward save on this guy.
Okay.
But he's got a 2-up. He does d6 wounds, and he's immune to killing blow.
And he's gonna go in something where he's not ever gonna have to necessarily worry about that ward save. So
look at this thing, man. He is stacked.
Yes. Rune Grungian Rune of Battle. That's pretty good. He also has shield bearers. So does he get to ride guys too?
Yeah, he's riding guys too. I don't know if you can put another rune on an item that already has a rune on it. I thought that was maybe that used to be the thing. Maybe it's not anymore.
That's the addition bleed coming in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like common stuff where you can have them on things and add things to things, but
Rune
I'm
of
not 100%.
Jealousy. Each master rune can only be chosen once per army. No item can have more than one master rune. Oh, so yeah, you can. Okay, you just can't have two master runes on the same item. Got it. So yeah, that's totally legal. Totally legal.
Got it.
So,
Rune of Battle. Is Rune of Battle just like the static combat res thing?
yeah,
or?
I think so.
Okay. Rune of Fury.
+1. Yeah.
+1. Striking. Probably +1. Is that to hit?
Yeah, so this one's I think that's actually the Rune of Striking. I think it's just +1 weapon skill. So he's going to have +1 attack, +1 weapon skill,
immune to killing blow and all that stuff for preservation,
+1
and then the
weapon
Rune
skill.
of Fortitude.
I think that's toughness. At least it used to be.
Oh, he's a beefy boy. Well, he's 351
toughness.
compared
Yeah.
to his king. The King's 339 and the Thane's 351. So he's saying, "Come get me."
That is expensive.
And then he's got an Anvil of Doom.
Okay.
Corey's got 17 Longbeards with Great Weapons Shield, Drilled, and then Master Rune of Hesitation, which we talked about earlier. 16 Clan Warriors with hand weapons, shields, heavy armor, Drilled Veteran, Royal Clan, full command, another Rune of Battle. And then another 6 Clan Warriors with Stubborn. So he's got a little speed bump built in there. That's good.
Yeah. Definitely throwing them up in marching column for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So the dwarf cart. What does the cart do? Does that give you better initiative?
No, it's an area bubble of I think it's 12 inches of +1 movement.
Yeah.
Oh.
Faster dwarves.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
14
Drunk
hammers.
dwarves, faster dwarves.
Yeah.
14 hammers with a champion and a BSB, Rune of Confusion, which we talked about in the other one. Grudge Thrower, Rune of Forging. Does that let you reroll a
artillery die?
Nice. Yep. 2 8-packs of Iron Drakes with Trollhammer torpedoes and Cinder Blast bombs.
Man,
nice.
Why do people take these bombs? I don't. Let me reread it. I thought they were so bad.
I think they're just close range if people happen to get in there, right?
It's 15 points. Oh, it's range 8. Strength 5, AP 1, flaming attacks. Oh, actually, that's not so bad. So I thought Cinder Blast were worse. So, but you're shooting that instead of the torpedo. So it's like, I don't know which one. But it's 15 points. It's D6 plus 1 hits. So if you rolled a hit and you hit, it's D6 plus 1 hits. It's strength 5, AP 1. And it's quick shot, so you don't ignore the -1 for standing and shooting. And your BS 5. So basically, you're hitting on a 2 to get D6 strength plus 1, strength 5, AP 1. That's actually not bad. Okay. I rescind what I said.
Anvil of Doom list can be tricky because they have some sneaky stuff on the anvils for the spells.
Yeah. And then last thing he's got is 10 Rangers with crossbows and throwing axes.
Nice.
That's very dwarven.
So
got the crossbows, and then I'm just big bearded guy, just like hucking throwing axes at you as you're coming in. So
okay, so he's got some speed bumps. He's got several blocks of hard to kill stuff, an anvil to support, and 2 super expensive characters.
Yeah.
You see that Thane, Zach? 351 point BSB.
So yeah, this is the killy guy, right? With Fury and Striking, you do have a ward save. And Fortitude might be an extra toughness.
Preservation is you're immune to killing blow and multiple wounds.
Oh, that's what that one is. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think the characters are just going to sit there and try to eat monsters? I mean, they don't have the like monster killing blow, but that kind of
the king will with smiting.
They definitely sit in the challenge, and you absorb the wounds and kind of deny as much as you can with your armor and stuff like that, and then you have combat res that you break the dragons. Because I'm assuming that these have like the Rune of Battle or like ranks on their hammers.
They do. They have lots of extra combat res, but the king has the Master Rune of Smiting, so every wound he does is D6. So he's gonna kill dragons. He's gonna one wound gets through, take D6 wounds. Could be nasty.
Yeah.
Could be nasty.
That looks fun. That looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always of the school of thought that you kill the dragon by breaking it and running it down,
Sure.
than trying to fight through 3 different levels of what you call it, protection.
Damage mitigation. Yeah.
And I've definitely lost monsters versus dwarves before because I'm like, oops, you outnumber me and I'm running.
All right.
You caught me.
Next, Warriors of Chaos. I guess I'll go through the Warriors again. Dan Brewster. We have a Chaos Lord on a demonic mount with the Ogre Blade, Favor of the Gods, which is one of the rerolls on the Eye of the Gods chart, or whatever it's called now. Ogre Blade and Enchanting Aura, so you're striking last versus him, and he's got the D3 wounds, nastiness. Mark of he's undivided, though. We have a level 4 Zinch, Lore Familiar, Ruby Ring, Battle Magic. So this guy is just going to magic missile spam like crazy, plus a pillar. He's probably going to go into, hopefully, another Zinch unit for an extra +1 to cast, so it would be at +5. 19 Flails and Skirmish, full command. Horseman Skirmish Flails, Horseman Skirmish Flails. 20 Chaos Warriors with great weapons, undivided, and Frenzy. Never losing Frenzy. 8 Forsaken with Slanesh, so they get Swift Stride.
Mm-hmm.
Forsaken are one of the best cores that Warriors have. 6 Chosen with MR2, and they're Nurgle and Drilled. It's nice. So where's the level 4 going? Is he going in the Chosen?
I think he's soloing it.
He could be soloing it. You're right.
Yeah.
And then 2 by 3 Dragon Ogre units. 1 Shaggoth and Pelts of the Dark Young.
Are those monstrous cavalry, the dragon ogres?
Yeah, so he can't join them.
Well, he's still protected by him, right?
Yeah, because he's still protected by him.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff here that's gonna protect it for like those weird lookouts or type of thing for targeting. So he's gonna be tough to target.
So the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth has a 5-up armor, heavy, and then light armor or natural armor 2, I think it is. So he's gonna have a 2-up save, and he's MR2.
Yeah.
Gross.
Can the Shaggoth join a unit of dragon ogres, or is it on its
No,
own?
he's a monster. Monster. I forgot what Slugskin does. It's like
I thought it was -1 to hit for them in the unit, but that's why I was wondering if he could join
I
anybody.
think you're right. Yeah, -1 to hit. So he's -1 to hit. He has MR2. He's got a 2-up save, and he's got a 5-up verse magic missiles and vortexes. That's tough. You basically have to get in combat to kill that guy, or shoot him with like cannons and something. And he's going to be with the Dragon Ogres, an MR2 chosen unit. Forsaken. They might even be MR1 naturally, aren't they? I think they are. No, they just have a 5-up ward. That's what it is. They just have a 5-up. So yeah, he has a couple units of chaff, 1 hard unit hinted of, I guess, just annoying Chaos Marauder with flails, 20 great weapons, a nasty magic missile dude. No BSB though. No BSB. And then just a demonic mount. So he's probably going to go in the Dragon Ogres. One of the Dragon Ogres. This guy is.
Oh,
That's what I think. That's what's going to happen. Because he's on a demonic mount, so it's Monstrous Cavalry, so he can join. He could go in the Chosen too. Actually, no, he can't go in the Chosen because Monstrous Mount. If you're on a Monstrous Mount, don't you have Clumsy or whatever it's called? Is that right?
Yes, but you can have clumsy, but the unit you join doesn't need to have it. But the other way around is a thing. If you don't have clumsy as a character, you can't join a unit with clumsy.
Okay, so he could join the Chosen then, or the Warriors, or the.
That might be an oversight for Games Workshop, but
they never do that.
It is a thing.
Strong list, Dan. I think it'll perform well. All right, next, Dan Ryan.
We got double ogres coming up. We got double Dans, double ogres.
Really?
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Well, you each get an ogre unit.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. This is kind of a handwritten thingy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and confirm all this.
So we got a tyrant with a biting blade for AP2. with heavy armor and kin eater names. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop over to ogres and just double check all this stuff because some of these names I don't remember.
I'm gonna guess. I think that's the panic one. It's like it's like a it's kind of like a BSB thing. It's like they don't want to run because they eat you.
You can reroll failed panic and rally tests.
Nice.
Okay. So that's him. Heavy armor, obviously looking like on foot because I don't see a mount here. We got a Slaughtermaster level 4 with Grut's Sickle.
Awesome item.
Grut's Sickle is a after making a casting roll, you can add an additional D3. However, a single friendly model loses a wound within 3 inches. Okay, so just take a wound, get a bonus. I can dig it.
It's really good.
I don't see a lore here, so definitely ask him what lore we're putting on there.
PM that fool right now.
We got bulls, a unit of bulls for 4. Unit of Iron Guts 6 with Demon Slayer scars. I'm learning a little bit about ogres as we go through. Oh, Terror. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Full command. Like I wrote full command. Boom. Same thing. 2 units of the exact same thing. Nobbler Trappers times 10 for 50 points. I was worried there for a second that it was 50 Nobblars for 10 points. I was like, okay. Warnfang. Warnfang are awesome. Got a unit of 4. Full command with a bull standard. I'm guessing it's like Vanguard or reroll or something.
I think it's reroll to wound for impact hits.
Yep, that's exactly what bull standard is. That's pretty solid because they have a good set of impact hits. An Iron Blaster. It's a chariot cannon. Always good. Group of 6 man-eaters. 3 with Iron Fist. 3 with great weapons. With a Dragonhide banner. That might be... I was thinking regen, but it might not be.
That's the Dragonhide.
Reroll any naturals hit to 1 and flaming attacks. Okay. Oh, Stonehorn. Missed that at the end. So Stonehorn is kind of that monstrous type beast. 245 points. How do I think of this ogre list? Tyrant on foot. Slaughtermaster on foot. Guessing it's going to be hopping in with these guts because I don't think he's going to put him with bulls, but he could to fill out that whole unit of 6. Mournfang are going to do Mournfang things. Nobblers are going to be chaff.
I'll tell you what I think. I think he's going to have one of the units of 10 Nobblars running with his Slaughtermaster. So instead of taking a wound on an ogre, he's just like one little Nobblar dies.
Yeah, that's.
And I think he could put him in a unit, but if he does, he might put him in the bulls just to keep them back casting. But I think usually the bulls, what you see is you see a missile of them, so you put them in marching column and just marching them up there to be annoying because they're required to take as ogres. The tyrants obviously
I think if I knew what lore the Slaughtermaster was, it gives a better idea for what the list is going for.
True.
Like if I see battle magic, I'm like, all right, he's just slinging rocks.
Mm-hmm.
But if I see, I don't even know what
illusion is usually like, a lot of people take illusion with him.
Yeah, like if I see illusion on a Slaughtermaster, I'm like, okay, I can see him getting busy. So I can see this going a lot of different ways. Definitely ogres, so they're combat oriented. Iron Blaster is his anti-cannon, anti-dragon type tech. I'm a little worried about the sustainability of some of these smaller units, like the 6 guts. Like if a big monster or something gets into them, they might have a tough time. But the Mournfang are going to be theirs. Yeah, Mournfang are going to clean up. Okay.
And it looks like he didn't give anything to the man-eaters. So usually man-eaters, I don't know if you have to pay. I'm going to look it up. You either have to pay or they come with like 2 special rules. Like you can give him Scout and ITP. He needs to choose.
I know that was an old thing from older editions. I wasn't sure if it was in this one too because I haven't played against man-eaters. Okay, so just figure out what they're taking.
Yeah, what 2s? He can either take ITP, poison attacks, stubborn, or Vanguard, and he gets 2 of those.
Mm-hmm. That makes more sense because then you can kind of figure out, are these ambushing, scouting, going around.
Dan has been messaged.
Yeah,
reach out, Dan. What you got? And Stonehorn's good.
Is saying local ogre player runs a similar Slaughtermaster who sits in the backs with a thing of Nobblers to feed him. Yeah, I can dig it. Get extra D3. It's hard to cast. Stay out of range.
And people will sit like it might not seem like a great list, but it's gonna get there because remember they're movement 6. So if they march up turn 2, they're charging. Like especially with the Stonehorn, especially if the man-eaters have Vanguard. The Mournfang are easily charged in turn 2 with their movement 8 Swift Stride.
Yeah, like I always, if I
Lots
ever
of
look
terror.
confused when I'm looking at a list, it's not because I think it's bad or nothing. It's always I'm just
sure.
trying to figure out what the
What is it
plan
doing?
is.
What is this
Yeah,
trying to
like
accomplish?
and if I miss something, then I'm like,
The ogres, they want to eat ya.
cool. All right, well, we'll finish up Dan's list once we get all the extra info in there that we need. How about other Dan?
Other Dan.
We got other Dan. So
Other
he's
Dan.
running with a Tyrant on foot, Talisman of Protection, Tenderizer. It's a
Nice.
magic weapon, gives him some extra strength, magic attacks, and there's some other stuff in there. And then he's also got Maw Seeker, which, if I read it right, says he gets +1 toughness against infantry.
Well, Tenderizer's really good. I would.
Yeah.
It's a ogre blade, but it's an extra AP and gives you an extra attack.
But your strike lasts, but you're an ogre, so you don't really care.
Right. I think this is the same list. I think he's playing in the Ard Boys, and I think he's running the same list. I could be wrong.
Ooh.
Which is also a good strategy for folks that are coming out there for like the week or weekend. Is you get 3 extra games before the GT to practice with your list and just get a feel for it.
Yeah, this guy will be T6, but it'll be stupid. T6 with a 5-up ward, but a nasty close combat weapon. Yeah, I think this is the same list.
Boom. Sorry. Totally spaced out there for a second. Maw Seeker, yeah, it's +1 toughness. Then he's got the Slaughter Master. He's got the Butcher's Cauldron, which I did not look up.
It's a leadership test for a regen for your unit.
Oh, that's not bad.
Good.
He's got a Lore Familiar. He's rocking Battle Magic, so that makes sense. He's got the Biting Blade for some additional AP. He's got the Fistful of Laurels, which lets you reroll 2d6 on break test.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then Giant Breaker gives him +1 strength. So maybe he's gonna rock the maybe he's rocking the signature spell. He's gonna beef up and do some damage to you with that assailment spell. And plus he's just an ogre, so he's gonna squish you. So he's got some choices there. He's got 6 Iron Guts with your Lookout Nobbler. And then the Cannibal Totem gives you a 5-up regen, but you lose a dice on your pursuit roll. So they'll get you. 5 Ogre Bulls, no command. Oh, Standard Bear. And then 2x2 Saber Tusk packs. Those are fun.
Oh, yeah.
Another 5 Bulls with Iron Fists and the Standard Bear. You got your Iron Blaster. Those things are awesome. 5 Man-Eaters. So they got light armor, poison attacks, they're stubborn, they have 4 great weapons, they have 4 braces of ogre pistols, they all have heavy armor. The captain has a Ruby Ring of Ruin, so he's going to blast you. And then he's got a Lookout Nobbler and a Dragon Hide Banner, which lets you reroll 1s to hit, I think.
Yep, and flaming. So kapow. It's got another Iron Blaster and then 3 Mournfang Cav with a Standard Bear, and the Bull Standards just let you reroll wounds. So yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, double cannon's nothing to shy. I really obviously the Iron Blaster is an amazing chariot, but it went up a lot in points, and it's a great cannon, or a great cannon, not a great cannon. Hold on.
It's an awesome
lower G, little G, not capitalized G cannon.
I like his characters. His characters
I just hate it when they explode.
I think he's got an idea with the characters. Like the Tyrant's going to go in there and he's going to be a tyrant, and then the Slaughter Master is going to go and they're going to mess you up. Ogre characters are rough. Just chewing through all those wounds, and the fact that they're so fast and getting there, like they're going to get you. So
Tyrant's going to have 5 toughness 6 wounds. Slaughter Master is going to have, I think, still 5 toughness 5 wounds, but with an extra strength and get some AP 2 on it too. So level 4 battle magic. So I guess he's just going to be casting. Oh, he could take Arcane Urgency. So his one of his bricks is going to go 24 inches if it marches twice in one turn. Nasty. I'm surprised he didn't put Scout or Vanguard on the Saber Tusks. I thought it would have taken at least one of those. But I guess the Slaughtermaster, I don't know, are they both going in the Iron Guts? You don't need the Butcher's Cauldron because you already have Cannibal Totem. So I guess the Slaughtermaster's going in the Bulls and the Tyrant's going in the Iron Guts. Or these Bulls.
Yeah, that Man-Eater unit seems like a menace too. All those brace of Ogre pistols and Ruby Ring of Ruin. It's just like just laughing at Ogre. Just
the Slaughtermaster's going to go in this unit. That's what's going to happen to give them a 5-up regen. It's pretty good. Just so hopefully he doesn't give the Ruby Ring. Actually, you don't need poison attacks because you auto hit with the magic missile. Shut up, Blue. It's like you don't play this game.
That's a pretty good Ogre list.
Yeah, it's cool. I want to see it. I want to see how the Man-Eaters do because I've never seen them. Like most people don't run them. It's rare, but I would like to see it. They're really expensive. They're more expensive than Iron Guts, and they only have light armor. So it's like they don't have MR. They don't have light. They only have a 6-up save. Hopefully they get a 5-up regen with the Butcher's Cauldron. But other than that, and double, it's a decent list. Double cannon, lots of bulls.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking for some weaknesses there, and it's like nah. there's not too many. It's gonna mash.
He doesn't have any terror though. That's the only thing that's I think
maybe
lacking.
The one Stonehorn.
Does he have one?
I think he's gonna be relying on breaking as his contribution to psychology. There, he's just gonna murder everything.
He doesn't have a Stonehorn. No Stonehorn.
Oh, maybe that was the first Ogre list.
Yeah, that was the
Singleton Stonehorn.
Next, we have Dash, first Empire list of the day. The quality of the print is great. After this, I'm going to start working on Ogres. Nice, Chris. And you got Austin's, I think, didn't you? I think you bought Austin's. Where can you find the army list? Daniel, if you go to Best Coast Pairings and you search up, I don't even know what I called the event on BCP.
I just typed in Nova and I found
it is Nova Warhammer the Old World GT.
Yeah, and if you search in, if you just put it like for the end of this week, it'll come up. So Warhammer the Old World GT, it should come up. Thank you for asking. Empire. Dash, who I thought was going to be running Dark Elves, is running the Empire.
Played Dash Dark Elves last year against my Empire, so I'm going to very egotistically say that I converted him to Light of Sigmar. So yeah, that was it. It's all me.
For the Empire.
For the Empire. All right, so I can do this one. So he's got your Empire Engineer, Peter Handgun. That's pretty good. He's got a Lector of Sigmar. So he's got hand weapon, heavy armor. He's the general, Barded Warhorse, and the Mace of Hellstrom. So hacha! Yeah, he's got the the what's it called, the Stompy Bat from Smash Bros. I think that's the one. That's the one where you swap out all your attacks for like
a single strength 10,
one massive one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just smash him. So that's pretty good. And then he's got a Witch Hunter on a flying carpet and a brace of pistols.
Don't take a pistol. What?
Yeah, don't take a pistol. He took 2, so he did follow his note. That's good.
Okay.
With
a Witch Hunter on a flying carpet, dude, that just sounds so fucking. That sounds so funny.
That's some heresy.
What?
I stole the flying carpet to hunt more witches.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have never seen a Witch Hunter on a flying carpet before.
Well, because Witch Hunters give you the hatred. So like when I was building my Empire list, I always thought of putting them in something. But like he's gonna fly around and I think he gets killing blow on stuff if he makes the accusation. So I think he's your character super. Yeah,
there's 6 characters in here. Okay,
there are. He's got a Captain BSB on Warhorse with the Razor Banner and a great weapon. So that's pretty good. He's got another Lector of Sigmar on the War Altar with the Armor of Destiny.
Nice.
Yep. Yes.
Wait, doesn't the War Altar give you a word save?
Pop quiz. Andrew's gonna fail. I remember looking at it early on and being like, oh, it's not as good as the one as the Army Project. So I kind of spaced out on that one. But
it's still decent. It's cheap.
Still good.
It's cheap. That's what's good.
It's cheap, and I don't know if it still bubbles battle prayers or not.
It does.
It does.
Yeah. So It's strength 5, toughness 5, 5 wounds plus the like 2 wounds, I guess, if it's a character level. Hold on, let me scroll up a little bit. There it is. It's only 130. It's basically you're paying for a heavy chariot. 135 points. It gets D6 plus 1 impact hits that are AP2, MR2, which is great. It's stubborn. It causes terror.
Yep.
Any unit within 6 inches auto passes fear and can reroll panic. Your command range of the Lector Sigma on a War Altar goes from 8 to 12. If you're the general, you're 18, which this guy is not, so he's got a 12-inch range. And all wizards within 12 inches are -2 to cast.
Ooh.
So he'll keep his wizard lord out of there, away from him. But -2 to cast, your
That's pretty
toughness 5 with like 7 wounds comes with the 4-up armor. And he's got the Armor Destiny.
No.
So yeah, he's got a 4-up, 5-up.
He does now on the Armor Destiny.
Yeah, Armor Destiny it's good. It's not bad. It doesn't hit very hard. Well, it does for the impact hits, but after that, it's just not doing much.
It's there to gum you up. The stubborn's gonna. Yeah.
It's a great support chariot. It's really
now
good.
that's dragged along, or is that just a real chariot?
No,
that's
a
a real
chariot.
chariot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stubborn
He's got
MR2 with terror. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's good. He's got a level 4 wizard on foot with a lore familiar and elementalism.
Okay.
The witch hunter stole their flying carpet.
Do you want to live? Give me your carpet. Love it.
So then all right. So rounding out Corey's got 10 state missile troops with handguns, drilled sergeant. He's got full command. He gave the repeater handgun to the sergeant there, so that's pretty good. He's got 10 scouting archers. Those are pretty good. 16 Empire Knights. Holy cow.
Woo!
Yep. I had a feeling there might be a brick where all these horse characters are going.
It's here.
It's here.
It's got the Silver Horn.
It's reroll your Swift Stride for charges.
Okay.
Stubborn. Okay.
And he's got a War Banner. That's pretty good.
Nasty.
Go ahead.
Oh, you said nasty.
Yes.
Good.
So then he's got 10 veteran state troops. Hand weapon, shield, drilled. Yeah. Okay. Little speed bump for that's probably a bunker for the wizard.
It could be.
I'm thinking about it. Because if he puts the Earthen Ramparts on there, he makes them a little bit beefier. It's pretty good. It's got a great cannon. Outriders and then 5 Outriders. They're very good.
Gave them veteran to the great cannon. Interesting. Okay.
He's got a mortar and a Hellblaster volley gun, which is where the engineer's going to chill.
Yeah, I realized that there's an engineer that's floating there somewhere. Okay, there he is.
Well, he's got some options too. I mean, I would probably imagine he's going to have his like artillery blob somewhere, and then whichever one he wants to do, that's what he's going to give the Empire engineer abilities to. And a steam tank.
I agree. Imp site, whatever. It better be modeled. You're right. He better have a witch hunter on the carpet. He better.
I like this. Lots of characters. The big unit of knights for the bunkers and war machines. It's got a nice spread.
No demigryphs though. No demigryphs.
No demigryphs.
Yeah.
Outriders are really good. The next list that I'm gonna try at an RTT is gonna be Empire, and we'll see what happens. It's gonna be strong, I think.
Yeah.
I think Empire pretty good. Empire decent.
Yeah. Guns, faith, and steel, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good.
I like it. Yeah, shut down your magic. I don't know why he has the Mace of Hellstrom on a Lector. It's just fun. I guess it is kind of cool. That better be modeled too. He better have like a big Morning Star or something. BSB. Where's the BSB? Okay, so I guess the Lector. I would love to see this guy as the one of the Ulrich guys, because then you give all of your. I assume he's going in the 16 Empire Knights. If you pass the leadership test, all their damage is multiple wounds too.
It's so gross.
It's really good. But still, very cool list. I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing it on
it'll
the
be
field.
fun. He's gonna shoot you, but it'll be fun.
That was who was that? Was that Dash?
That was
Dash.
Dash.
Was it
So
Dash?
now we're on to Duncan for Ogre Kingdoms.
Another ogres.
Yeah,
lots of
there was
ogres.
a lot of Dan Duncans on the ogres. I'll just grab
Yeah.
this one.
You got Duncan? All right, go for it.
Yes.
What's the name of this one?
Name of the list is, and then I started blasting.
Oh, be right back. I'll do your thing.
So we got a bruiser. That's the general on a stonehorn. So a big, beefy mount, high toughness, talisman of protection for a ward save, biting blade for some AP, but just a big, beefy boy. Slaughtermaster of elementalism. Travel mythical pathways is pretty solid for elementalism. Maybe Plague of Rust for if they're going shooting, trying to figure out what we're gonna do with that one. We do have a fire belly, so level 2 with battle magic and ruby ring, so slanging some plasma. Core, 3 bulls, 8 guts. We talked about the fistful and the dragonhide banner, so just some bunkers for units. Ooh, we got some Nobbler fighters, and Nobblar trappers. So just be really annoying, and when you get stuff, they're gonna throw sharp stuff at you. It's like your little Skaven dudes. That's how I picture little Nobblar dudes. We do have an Iron Blaster in special. And 3 Mournfang. Very nice. That's if I had to pick like 2, maybe I'll pick 3 models that are just gonna hit above their point cost. It would be Mournfang, Dragon Ogres, and like Demigryph Knights. Just those 3. Whenever they touch something, it just disappears. Okay, I didn't know lead belchers could be taken in units of 2. That's cool. So 3 units of 2 lead belchers each, just getting in there, doing a little shooting, a little scrapping. 2 gorgers in rare, and 1 has scout and 1 has vanguard. Now the gorgers, great model. I think I've seen it like once on the table, and it wasn't very effective. But now that there's 2, it's like one of them's going to get in there. One's going to run fast at you. The other one's going to deploy very close for 93 points too. I feel like they got to be good once they touch you.
Yeah.
Wicked Claws give them AP2. They only have light armor. I hope they have a regen. I'm actually gonna go look it up.
These are the Gorgers.
Yeah. They have regen 6 up. They have a 6 up. So they are gonna die kind of quick with 5 wounds, T5, but 100 points.
They're gonna go. They're gonna go occupy space and get in your way.
Yeah.
And bully things.
I mean, this list is, like I said, staying true to form. So anyway, I started blasting, right? So lead belcher, keeping stuff busy for the Mournfangs to come in. An Iron Blaster because you just feel like you have to take it when you're running an ogre list. It's really good. Maybe Slaughtermaster is going with that Plague of Rust and Wind Blast, like just trying to take some extra magic missiles with their fire belly. This is a magic shooting based ogre list. I don't want to say full gun line because again you got guts and Mournfang, but
it's good.
I like it for sure. I see Padu Garline in chat says, "Are you guys running the Nova restrictions?" Yes, this event does have some of the comp that we just discussed about earlier on. But yeah, interesting take on it. Like you see the core of the Mournfang the core of the ogres has Mournfang, Iron Blaster, and support. This one has Gorgers though, Blue.
I love Gorgers. Nice. Yes. Paju? Garline? I'm not sure. Yeah, this is Nova. This is explicitly the Nova restrictions. This is for Nova itself, not just the restrictions. This is Nova. Double Mournfang, 2 lead. I like lead belchers. I ran them for the first time a couple weeks ago. They are pretty decent. Did you look up what their guns do?
You know what? I just assumed they still did the D6 from.
They shoot 2 kinds of shots, so they're sweet. You can either shoot a solid shot, 24 inches, strength 5, AP 2, armor bane 1, multiple wounds 2, or you can do an 18-inch shot that's like every hit causes D3 hits. It's only strength 3, no AP, whatever. But like they're basically a lower torpedo for dwarves.
Almost like a bolt thrower even too, because when you run them in units of 2, it's just like you're running 2 bolt throwers that could also, throw some scrap in there for their scrap launcher.
It's like I love it. I think it's cool.
Mhm. I still always shoot lead belchers down first when I see them, so I try not to get them shot by
That's
them.
fair.
But
Yes.
so I just
Right.
assume they're still really good.
They're a high target priority. You don't really know
Yeah.
what they do because you shoot them.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are definitely. He's got 3 insta too. Wow.
Yep. No,
And
yeah,
gorges
we
are
went through
awesome.
him.
I love gorgers. Strength 5,
93
toughness
points.
5, 4 wounds with frenzy, unbreakable. They get to reroll their charge.
So one scout and
Nasty
one
stuff.
vanguard. Trying to mix it up with that.
And the vanguard, I think their movement's 7. They might be 6, but like they can charge after they vanguard. So you vanguard and then charge something. It's pretty cool. Nice
Yeah.
list.
Up next,
Nice list.
we got Warriors of Chaos. You want to tag in that one, Blue? I'm gonna go check on my daughter, who I hear waking up.
I can try to do this one. You've done a lot of walk, Blue.
It's up to you. It is Ernan. You know, I hate Ernan. He's a piece of crap.
Wow. If you got a grudge to settle, you go for it.
Oh shoot, hold on. I just changed the size of Skype, so now it's gonna look all funky. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. Ernan's a great guy. I've known him for like a long time.
Yeah.
What's after this Warriors one?
After the Warriors?
I'll do Chaos Dwarves, so you can do Ernan's list.
Sure. All right, let's do it.
It might be the same list that he's running for Ard Boys too.
All right. So he's got a Chaos Lord who's on a demonic mount with the Mark of Nurgle. So he's getting that reroll at the end with Nurgle, whatever that mechanic is. And then he's got an Ogre Blade. He's got the Favor of the Gods, and then he's got the Enchanting Aura. So he's going to go first, and you're going to go last. So just always strike last, make you reroll to hit if you have the ASL again.
No, but he does have the Mark of Nurgle, so any rolls a 6 to hit, you just have to reroll anyways.
That's what it is. Okay. So he's going to be tough to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Sorcerer Lord is on foot, running Dark Magic with a spell familiar, so he's getting his extra spell. He's got an Exalted Sorcerer, who's a level 2, Mark of Nurgle, on foot. He's got his puppet, and then he's running Battle Magic. Then he's got an Aspiring Champion on a Gorebeast Chariot with the Mark of Nurgle.
Nice.
Yuck. That is good.
It's only 219 points. It's going to hurt people.
I mean, well, yeah, Aspiring Champions, man. I mean, that's the beauty of the walk stuff is that, you know, their heroes are better than a lot of folks' lords. And you put it on a Gorebeast Chariot, and now you're re-rolling your Mark of Nurgle stuff.
Is he I think the Aspiring Champion's the mid-level dude, isn't he? Is he the,
Let me see.
Or is he actually the hero? Oh, no, you're right. He's the hero. He's just the 2-wound guy. But he's on a chariot, so he's higher than that.
Yeah, the chariot's gonna mess you up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 14 Warriors, Mark of Tzeentch. That's where the Sorcerer Lord's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 8 Forsaken, 8 Forsaken, 8 Forsaken. 2 of Slanesh, and then
There's only 2 of them.
Yeah, only 2 of Slanesh, and then
there's only 2 Forsaken.
There's only 2. Oh, sorry, I got Chaos Warhounds. Got a little dyslexic there. So, all right, so 2 Forsaken, Marcus Slanesh. Then he's got 8 Warhounds with poison attacks and Vanguard. He's got another 5 Warhounds without any of that. Special units. He's got 4 Chaos Ogres with great weapons, heavy armor, Mark of Chaos Undivided, and a champ. It's got 3 Dragon Ogres, 1 with the champion, 1 without, all with great weapons. He's got a Chaos Chariot with halberd and Chaos Undivided. And he's got a Chaos Giant with a Giant's Club, Scaly Skin, and Regen. So that's fun. The Forsaken you were saying were really good. I haven't played them yet. Are they like, what do they do?
It's been a while, but they just have a 5-up invul, which is really nice. They have a lot of attacks. You roll on the chart every time they're in combat. If they roll a 1 or 2, so they all have D3 attacks. Their weapons go 4, strength 4, toughness 4. They have AP 1 just base because in sorcerer weapons. They're ITP. They're impetuous, loner, and they're stubborn. Every time in combat, on a 1 you gain poison attacks. On a 3 through 4, a 1 or 2 you gain poison. A 3 through 4 you become AP 2, so that means they're AP 3 because of ensorcelled weapons. So, and then on a 5 through 6, the unit gets killing blow. So all of those are good. It just depends, obviously, which unit you're fighting, which one's better than the other. But it's either
Is
you
this
get
Forsaken?
Forsaken.
Yeah, really
It's either
good.
poison, AP2, or killing blow. And you're already stubborn, so you could just throw them up the field, lose combat when you get charged, and then reform to a line and charge. It's really good. But he ran him as Slanesh, so he could easily be doing the charging here. So
Mhm.
I know Ernan, and his level 4, like you said, is going in the Warrior Brick, so he's going to be at +5 to cast. He has Dark Magic, so he's going to try and get Phantasmagoria because he wants you to be forced to charge him. So he's going to put the 24-inch diameter bubble. It's like you're impetuous, so you're going to likely have to charge something you don't want to. So that's what the dogs are for. The unit of 8 Warhounds with Vanguard, they can easily charge something turn 1. You Vanguard up, and you charge something. And they have poison attacks, so if they have to charge, as I played Austin yesterday or the day before, they can charge a giant and do a couple wounds to a giant. Like, it's not too difficult. But you run the hounds up because with Impetuous, he could make half of your army have to charge Warhounds. And now you're out of position, and then he countercharges you with Dragon Ogres, Chaos Ogres, 2 Chariots, or a Giant. So he's basically trying to force you to charge, and then he countercharges you.
That's not
And Dark
bad.
Magic's good because then he can put his Lord in the Dragon Ogres, and then he can give that unit Hatred and Frenzy. So like Dragon Ogres are already really good, but with Hatred and Frenzy, it makes them gnarly. Or he could cast out on the Forsaken. He's got a lot of options. Dark Magic is a very good lore, and he's got the puppet, so also really strong. It's a strong list. Hey, buddy, I'm busy. I can't keep petting you. I'm gonna have to chill. All right. He's like, why don't you love me? Why don't you love me? That was Ernan. Good list, Ernan. It's gonna do great. He's gonna get lots of practice. I think he's actually coming here tomorrow. I might even be playing him tomorrow. He's flying in. Francis Vasquez.
It's our only Chaos Dwarf player.
Chaos Dwarves. Wait, what's Vince running?
Like regular dwarves. I think.
Really? Oh, okay.
Sure.
No. Isn't Vince running Chaos Dwarves? What?
Nope. Vince is running Dwarven Mountain Holds.
Yep.
Oh. I thought didn't his board that he made was all the 3D printed stuff? Was that Chaos Dwarves?
I think he was just showing that as like a thing for somebody who was asking about it.
Okay. So Francis is running.
He's tired of getting the spoon.
Yeah, it's tradition now. It's tradition.
Get out of here, Vince.
Let's see. He's running level 4 Double Blood of Hashut. I think that is when instead of attacking normally, you can like roll to hit against their armor save. I'll find it. Hold on.
I just realized that says Hashut. I've literally been calling it Hashnut forever. Unironically. I really thought it had.
No, that's better. Hashnut. We're going to call it Hashnut. I think that's hilarious. Not Demons of Chaos. Chaos Dwarves. Close. Blood of Hashnut. So you roll a single attack roll. And of course, my PDF starts going crazy. There you go. If successful, it takes D6 hits. Can be directed against a unit or a single enemy model. And you rolled a wound based on their armor save. So if you have a 2-up save and he hits you, you're going to take D6 wounds on 2-ups. And you don't get armor saves. And he took 2 of them because they're single use. Nice. The bombs are okay. I think it's like a 6-inch range thing. Nothing crazy. It's quick shot. Causes D3 hits. The Dark Forge weapon, you roll at like the start of the game and you roll on a chart. I think you can either get like Killing Blow. Oh, here you go. You do get Flaming Attacks, Hatred all enemies, Multiple Wounds D3, MR1, Strength +1, or you can get +1 to cast and you improve the AP of the weapon by 1. So you're looking for a 6 with the level 4. Obviously, you want to be +5 to cast. He's on a Bale Taurus, which is like one of the big fire bulls.
4 toughness. Sorry, 4 wounds, 1 toughness.
That's its okay, so he'll be I think these guys are T5 based, so I think he'll be strength or toughness 6 with 7 wounds, which is perfect for the limitation. Fly 9, Furious Charge, so the thing will have 5 attacks on the charge at Strength 6, AP 2. It's pretty good. Actually, AP 1. Beltaurus is pretty good. It's 160 points, so it's basically just like a cheaper dragon. Causes terror, all that stuff. Going Dark Magic, so he's probably doing the same thing. The Dark Magic signature spell, it's Doombolt, right? It's a small blast template that doesn't scatter, right? That's the best thing about it. Doesn't scatter. I think it's only Strength 3, but it's AP 2, which is not bad, but templates kind of got nerfed a little bit. He's got a a Demon Smith Sorcerer, which is basically it's like an engineer for Chaos Dwarves. Demonology, I think they're level 1s. He's got this is a hero, not a BSB. Didn't give him BSB. What does the Black Hammer of Hashnut do?
It has Killing Blow versus things that are flammable, but it has flaming attacks, magical attacks, multiple wounds, D3, Strength 2, AP 1. So just
only Killing Blow versus flammable.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a great weapon for Chaos Dwarves with multiple wounds, D3, with the extra bump of the Killing Blow. So it's like an Ogre Blade just with Killing Blow. Only against flaming.
Interesting. I like it because you're taking something that's might not be as good as the Ogre Blade, but it's fluffier because it is your magic weapon from your army book. That's why I like it. Then he's taking a con on a giant wolf with a short bow. Hopefully he's leading a unit or he's just running around as trash, because that's a great objective holder, just hanging out. 20 Infernal Guard with drilled, just hand weapons, heavy shields, or heavy armor and shields. I don't remember what the Ashen Banner does. Ashen Banner.
I feel like it's -1 to hit.
Yep, it is -1 to be hit during the shooting phase.
Yep. Of course, I would know that one.
Oh yeah, so what a flare. And you probably looked up, you probably typed in Control Find on every PDF, -1 to hit. What does every army have against me? Breath of Hashnut is a Strength 4 AP 2 flaming attack breath weapon. Okay, so as the champion of the unit, he can just use a breath weapon instead of regular attacks in combat. But you don't want to do that in a challenge, because even breath weapons, I think, only hit the guy in the combat. I think the FAQ clarified that.
Yeah, because it's like with that Tenderizer, whatever Ogre Empire weapon that can smash a template.
With the Thunder Mace.
Yeah,
Thunder Mace.
That one only hits the challenge.
Yeah, which is so stupid. But whatever, I get it. 14 Infernal Guard. So these are like the Royal Guard, I guess you could say. They're the elite troops of Chaos Dwarves. Drilled. They come with this armor. A Paymaster's coin. Interesting. Fire Glaive. They can shoot. I think they count as it's a halberd, but it shoots too, right?
It's a fire rifle halberd.
Nice.
I love it. It's pretty good. They are expensive though, $275 for 14. But they are drilled, which is nice. His core is just 34 dudes. Wow. But they're both drilled. Magma Cannon, that's the fire thrower one. Hellbound, that gives it, I think, gives it a ward save, and I think it could go crazy, if I remember right. It's got a 6-up ward. Against non-magical enemy attacks. It gains fear and magical attacks. Additionally, it can reroll 1 artillery die or 1 scatter die once per game. However, if it misfires, it's -1. So it's basically instead of Rune of Forging, which is just for dwarves, obviously, and you reroll 1 artillery, you pay for the Hellbound, you get a 6-up ward, basically, and you get to only reroll once per game. So that's fair.
Spicy Rune of Forging.
Double Magna Cannon. So they really nerfed the fire throwers. They used to be D3 wounds, but I don't know if the Magma Cannon is or not. It just counts as a fire thrower, so no, there's not D3 wounds. So he's got 2 flame templates that are going to be thrown at you. He's got some breath weapons. He's got some blood stuff from his characters. Fireborn.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. I don't know these guys in this edition very well. Strength 5, toughness 4, only 2 wounds each. They have the Blazing Body, which is like if you're in combat with them, you take wounds. They're going to be AP 1 with the ensorcelled weapons, Fear, Flaming Attacks, ITP, 5-up regen, Unbreakable, and they are unstabled, and they're Warp Spawned. Wait, doesn't Warp Spawn doesn't mean you're a demon? That's cool.
That means you have to do that leadership test, I think. Let me pull that up and just make sure.
I think you're probably right.
Spawn.
I think you're right. But I think that might mean you get the demon save. So that means that they have a 5-up, 5-up? That's pretty good if that's true. But he's got
Warp
6 of them.
Spawned. Mono with this cannot make a regeneration save against magical attack, and characters that are not warp spawn cannot join the unit. So you don't get a regen.
Okay. But this guy, they have a 5-up regen.
You just can't take regen versus magical attacks.
Okay.
Interesting.
So ITP, 5-up regen, Unbreakable. Not bad. They're pretty expensive, but Unbreakable's nice. It's hard to beat Unbreakable. Strength 5, AP 1, 3 attacks each. They're basically an Iron Gut, but instead of a great weapon, they're just base strength 5, and their weapons go 4. Cool. Infernal Iron Sworn. Oh no, these are actually the true. There's like 3 levels of Chaos Dwarves, which is basically the same thing as regular Dwarves. These guys just have great weapon and full plate. I think these guys come with Stubborn. I think they just come with Stubborn. Let me check that.
There might be a character hiding in there.
That's probably a good call. They come with Stubborn. They come with Drilled. They have ensorcelled weapons, and they're Stubborn. Yep, but he gave him great weapons, so he can choose to either do either or. They come with full plate, since that's here. Cool. No command or nothing in there. Interesting. He's got the Dreadquake Mortar with the Ogre Loader, so he can reload quicker. Hellbound to give him the word save and the free reroll once per game. And then 6 Hobgoblin Wolf Riders with Feigned Flight. Feigned Flight's really good. Basically means you can you auto rally when you flee. And so he's got 1 mortar. Is that the only artillery piece? No, he's got double magma cannons.
2 cannons, yeah.
1 mortar. The mortars are great because they do D6 wounds. So if this gets a direct hit on a monster, it's doing D6 wounds, so it's going to hurt.
And they turn off Swift Stride and a 2d6 radius around it, which is on brand because they're like, if we don't get Swift Stride, you don't get it either.
Yeah, you move slow. and then just a couple blocks of troops, some fast wolves running around, and a level 4 on a Bale Taurus doing its thing. Awesome. Chaos Stunties. Worshipping Hashnut. Gotcha. That was, who was that? Francis.
That was Francis.
Francis.
So we got High Elves coming up.
You want some High Elves there? Who wants them?
I'll grab it.
Take it.
So we got Gregor McConnell. We got a Archmage level 4 of Illusion on a Moon Dragon, which is the Schmedium Dragon. This Archmage has a Dragon Slaying Sword with a Lore Familiar, so going for a little spectral action with Monster Slayer. Seed of Rebirth for a regen save, and the Blood of Kalendor for a 6-up ward save, and Impetuous. So a little dicey there, but you want to be charging, I think, with that. See, we got a Prince on a Moon Dragon, so again, also the Schmedium Dragon. That's the General. Dragon Helm gives it a 2-up, 4-up, 3-up. 2-up armor on the Dragon Helm, 5-up regen, 5-up ward. And that is no weapon. Where's the weapon? Great weapon. I see it. Okay.
Does Pure of Heart give you something?
Pure of Heart lets you ignore panic or rally tests for people like running through you, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a fighting prince on a dragon, and then we have a caster on a dragon that has some fighting potential. I could see that being a solid pair of characters. Probably couldn't afford the bigger dragons with the points cap, but still, I think that'll do just fine. Yeah.
2 dragons is
two sets of reavers, archers on horses, basically. A big block of Lothern Sea Guard, which have their spears plus some war bows. And that has a Lore Master Cloak for protection against magic missiles and a Razor Standard for armor piercing. Armor Bane, sorry. And special, we got 2 groups of 6 Dragon Princes. Nothing special with them, just full command with them, so just some elite heavy calves.
Cool.
A group of 6 Shadow Warriors. They scout with some longbows, so just trying to be annoying with them, feign flight. And then in rare, we got 2 groups of Sisters of Avalorn. One of them has a ruby ring on the champion.
Cool.
So, thoughts on this one? Double dragon, 1 fighty, 1 caster. Core fill out with some shooting. But it feels like a shooting high elf type list, but then kind of divvies off a little bit with some of the dragon princes. But I still think dragon princes are good, and then rounds it back off with more shooting and rare. This is the other type of way to play a high elf list, instead of going like a lot of heavy cav and sword masters.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of go the shooting route with it.
I think Dragon Princes are one of their best special units. Like, a lot of people really like the Sword Masters, the White Lions, and the Phoenix Guard, but they're just T3 with not great saves. They just die so easily for how expensive they are. So at least as a Dragon Prince, you have like all the rules. And I think, do they have a 2-up save?
I believe so, because they are full armor. Sorry, full plate, shield, bard.
They at least got a 2-up save. And they have like all the rules. I think the only one they don't have is like stubborn.
They might have a 6-up ward save.
Do they? Okay.
I think so, because they maybe that's only versus fire. Could be wrong.
I don't know. They have close order, countercharge, dragon armor, drill, elven reflexes, first charge, impetuous, barding, special weapons, son of Kaldor, swift stride, valor of ages, and most of those aren't put there. So you have to like go back.
Dragon armor gains a 6-up ward against any wound suffering. Yep.
So
they do have a 6-up ward.
They have a 2-up, 6-up. That's with drill. Mean.
Yep. While we're on this topic, do you want to squeeze my list in here?
Yes.
Because looking at this one reminded me about mine.
We will scroll down. So Isaac is next. Zach Thompson.
So I wonder if Gregor is
What else but better?
What elf player?
What else but better? All right. What you got?
Let me grab mine, because I don't know it by heart.
Got a handmaiden? That's already trash.
Yeah. So I did a handmaiden for a general with the Horn of Isha to pop them in a unit, take a leadership test, and have some strong shooting if it works. Unfortunately, can't give it veteran to re-roll it like the Bretonnians can, which makes me sad, but it works. When you take a handmaiden as your general, you can take a unit of Sisters of Avalorn as core. So Archmage on a Star Dragon, which is the big beefy dragon, and it has 4-up armor, 5-up ward, 5-up regen, and a Foe Bane. No armor piercing, no extra strength on the weapon. It just wounds on a 4-up. Kind of just roll it with Spectral. If it works, it works. Just there. That's really it. So it's a caster, just on a dragon, trying to be a deterrent. I have a Noble BSB on a Griffin. Same kind of deal with a 2-up armor and a 1-time 5-up ward, and a 5-up regen.
Okay. Trying
to be a deterrent. The battle banner on him is a D3 combat res banner, kind of like the superiority banner for Andrew. Yeah.
Okay.
So trying to throw extra combat res in there. The core.
Did you already say what Foebane is?
Yes, Foebane is the always wounds on a 4-up weapon.
Okay.
No AP, no extra strength. It's just take all your armor, take all your stuff. I'm just throwing dice at you.
Cool. Okay. Love it.
The core is 20 Sisters of Avalorn with a champion, and that champion does have a wizarding hat for extra shenanigans.
Is it modeled?
Oh.
There is a hat on the model.
There's a what?
But there is a hat on the model.
Now, is it just like a hood from her cloak?
It might be a helmet on the model.
What lore is your sister taking, or the high sister taking?
Yeah, so this is going to be WoW magic, but it didn't give me the option to include that in there.
Okay,
but it's WoW.
fair.
WoW Magic has a lot of silly stuff in there.
It does.
You can improve the strength and armor piercing of your bows and your command range. You can drop a template. You can, I believe, move somebody too.
Yeah, there's a. It's not. I think it's Hand of Mork. I think. You move someone.
Yeah, there's a lot of silly stuff in there.
And it makes sense.
I've always wanted to try something like for a wizarding hat. But yes, this unit is stupid, but that's okay. You can still,
It makes sense with log magic.
Yeah. It's probably not the most beneficial thing. I just want to do it because it's so fun.
Yeah, well, 20 Sisters is really good with reroll to hit and wound.
Yeah,
+1, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's +1. But if the horn goes off, the unit will do a lot of damage. If the horn doesn't go off, it still is there. They're core. They're there to do some stuff. I have horse archers with scouting and a banner, and then I have a couple elven archers with no armor, each with banners, and each of them have close order. So they're going to be used to grab objectives, used to stack close order in kind of combats and challenges.
Cool.
Groups of 5 Lothern Sea Guard, which have armor, and they are doing the same kind of thing, but with shorter range bows.
You spam MSU Little High Elf list. 5 Sea Guard and 5 archers. 6 of the units of those.
They're wood elves, but better.
Love it. Okay.
A Tyrannok chariot, which is a light chariot with no AP.
Just because?
Special. Yeah, just because I have a fun model for that one, and I really wanted to run it. I don't think it's the best, but it's just kind of fun. They, for rare, 2 more units of Sisters of Avalorn. One has a ruby ring for just a fireball on one of them.
Nice.
A Frostheart Phoenix, and then 2 Skycutters. And those Skycutters, I had to pay the Bretonnian tax and adding Eagle Eye bolt throwers on them because I got tired of Bretonnians blowing the horn and making my chariots movement 2 and not being able to do anything at all.
Yeah.
But just a ton of close order, ton of shooting. What else style list?
It's good. I like it. The Sky Cutters are good. They're a bolt thrower that doesn't pierce, but it's still D through wounds, strength 5, AP 3. It's nice. At BS 4. I haven't played against a Phoenix yet in this edition. How are they?
Phoenixes are fun. The Frostheart one gives that kind of always strikes last type of aura that can then get beefed up by their charging bonuses coming in.
Toughness 6.
Strength 6. Yeah, strength 6, T6. They have 2 stomps.
I hear it.
Yeah, I know what I was about to say.
That's totally fine. I think it is crazy when they make a bird like toughness 6 though, because like birds are like supposed to be super light so they can fly, but it's like T6 bird.
Magic.
Yeah, high weapon skill, like 4 attacks, 5 wounds. I think if I'm remembering right. Yeah, they're
gross.
Yeah, wow. They are definitely really gross for 200 points, and they have close order, which is the good part. Close order is so good too.
Yes.
Oh, it's a monstrous creature, so that means it has 360 charge range.
No.
Yeah, right. It's not a monster.
Monstrous creatures are.
Am I wrong? That's like a demonic mount.
Monsters. Monstrous creatures are monsters.
Oh,
Behemoth is the upgraded one.
Oh, so its stomps are not AP2. Is that what you're saying?
Not AP2.
Gotcha.
Yep. So it does not have AP2.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. It's a monster. Okay, you're right. Good call. That's strong. I like it. He's got a lot of. So for the objectives games, he's gonna do all right because he has all these little 5-man units of archers that are just like. So against special and rare, these 5 archers are going to count as 10, 15 unit strength. 5 archers are going to count as 15 unit strength. Nice.
But each of them has the close order, which is also, if my dragon is fighting somebody else's big beefy person and we can't kill each other, you kind of just dogpile in all the close order, all the banners that you can, and folks break.
Are your archers skirmishing, or are they like open, or you said close order? Duh. should.
Elven Archers, Lothern Seaguard, all of them are close order.
Okay.
Sisters of Avalorn have the option of open or skirmish.
What do you? I'm gonna look at your characters again.
Mhm.
Battle Banner, Griffin. I remember him.
Yeah, the Battle Banner guy does a lot
Dragon.
of combat res on his own for close order, BSB plus a D3. So he can surprisingly kind of spike out a lot of extra combat res.
So why'd you choose the Star Dragon for the Archmage? Are you expecting him to get in combat? I guess you did Illusion.
Yeah. So it's like a deterrent. So like you want to have something big and beefy to kind of stop people from just running straight at you. So the Star Dragon, like the guy up top has 2 attacks, weapon skill 4. Like he kind of is there to just get the dragon going.
Right.
The dragon's the one that does most of the damage in combat. With D6 plus 1 impacts, strength 7, something like that.
Star 7. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. But it's not gonna win versus like a big block of Skaven combat res 7 or Dwarves combat res 7. It's not gonna break any of that stuff. It's more just if folks are just sending stuff over there and I can get like a flank charge with it. Illusion's really good because high elves can make their dragons unbreakable. They can,
but that ends at the bottom of your turn, right? That's not a full
it
round.
remains in play. It remains in play.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yep. So the spells usually take are like unbreakable, column of crystal to kind of slow down some charges if you don't end up charging. Miasma.
That's impassable, right? Column of crystal is
Yes.
impassable, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's
Yep.
right.
Miasma, which is if someone you don't want someone to move or charge, you can kind of pin them in place, and then spectral. So if it gets in there, it can do some stuff, but it's what do you call it? It's kind of like the anvil.
Is the War Altar really an aura? From the rules I checked, it says prayer go on the priest and one friendly model within command range. It doesn't say. Michael, you're probably right. I'm not going to type it. I think you're right. I think with Warrior Priest now you can it was aura just with its with some of its abilities. Yeah, it's just command range. So it's not like it's Warrior Priest spells aren't the aura, but it's like its generic abilities are. I know when you do a Warrior Priest, you can select a unit and do that, which is cool now. But yes, Rhea, LOL T6 bird, but a mana core is T4. I don't know what they're doing.
Mana cores are T4?
I don't know. I think they're T4 base. If you just take them by themselves, I think they're strength 5.
Oh, I didn't know
T4.
you could because I know they always boost up the riders.
Yeah,
I'm always thinking like a rider.
I think they're just T4 base, which is hilarious.
But whenever I play this list and I tell people, I'm like, it looks like high elves, but if you've ever played a wood elf list, it plays more like that.
What's up, Anger? Okay, let's see.
I was just looking through the WoW magic one more time just to remember. It was a magic missile, strength 7, multiple wounds. Any friendly unit can increase its charge range. So you can, if you want your dragon or your BSB to go further, you can do that. So a lot of good stuff in there for WoW magic. Gonna be interesting. I'll probably roll stupidity every time and fail it. So
that's okay. You can still cast and still shoot. All right. So, and after your skirmishers, you could actually you still have to stumble forward. But if you have no facing, does that mean you could actually technically move away?
So there was something in there that said for your skirmishers, whatever path that they were on is the path that's they're facing for that kind of thing.
So whichever way you moved last.
Yeah, I think that's how I would probably interpret it. But I'll read it one more time just in case.
Please do. All right, next, Isaac, Tomb Kings, Guardians of Zadum. I'd say Zadum's probably what he was going for. Level 4 lore familiar with necromancy. Looks like he's on foot. I think that just gives you either a +1 to cast. I think one use only. Mortuary Priest Illusion, level 2 on a steed. Necros tech with the Poison Amulet. He's probably going to unit of archers. Royal Herald with a BSB and the icon of the Sacred Eye. Is that the one that lets you get a free reform? Forgot. Where are you at, Tomb Kings? Icon of the Sacred Eye. No, the unit gets +1 weapon skill. That's cool. He's got a Tomb King General on foot with the Headsman's Axe, which is the MR. The MR plus, I think it's +1 strength and -1 AP. And the Ruby Ring. Interesting. I don't know where he's going to go. Let's see. Because all those characters are on foot except for the mortuary priest. Okay. He's got 5 archers. 5 archers. Those are good. They have Vanguard, and they're just 5 skirmishing archers. 3 chariots, full command with the Razor standard. Just remember that does not apply to your impact hits. 5 skeleton horse archers, which I'm guessing with chariot runners. Okay. 10 ambushing skeleton skirmishers. So these aren't archers. These are just 10 regular skeletal dudes with the. I guess they are war bows. Let me scroll up. Skeleton archers and skeleton skirmishers. Okay, so these are actually open/close order. I don't remember which one these come with generically. These are not the skirmishers. These are the skirmishers. He's got 2 units of 10 of them. And then a unit of 29 with hand weapon, shield, spears, full command. I'm guessing that's where his characters are going, unless he's got Tomb Guard, which he does. Block of 20 Tomb Guard, full command with War Banner. 2 swarms with ambush. 3 Snake Riders, full command, no special banner. He gave the captain a great weapon. 1 Tomb Scorpion, 3 Ushapti. I really like regular Ushapti. The bows are good too, but these, it's just monstrous infantry with a great weapon that has AP 3, which is very nice. And I don't think you get strike last from their blade either, which is also very nice. Casket and a Necrosphinx. So I'm curious where he's going to put all his characters on foot. I guess the Tomb King and the Royal Herald are both going to go into the Tomb Guard, so that'll make it 21 strong with full command and a War Banner. And they're all +1 weapon skill. So the Tomb King... Doesn't the Tomb King let you take his weapon skill? I think that is one of their special rules. So I think that makes them all weapon skill 7. Oh, so he'll do My Will Be Done to give them +1 weapon skill. So that means all the Tomb Guard would go to weapon skill 5 at that point, with the +1 and the magic item. Yeah, so they go from 3 to 4 with the Tomb King, and then +1 from the BSB. So weapon skill 5 Tomb Guard. It's pretty cool. Did he give them great weapons, or did he give them just hand weapon shield? Okay. It's a good diverse list. He has 2 units of 10 skirmishers, 2 just single units of 5 archers. I assume that means his Necrotech with the poison amulet is also going in here. And it's got a detachment of archers. I don't know which unit is the detachment. Did y'all see that?
I
Is
am
that
not
these?
very good at detachment type stuff. Whenever I saw in High Elves that they had detachment and regimental unit, I'm like, this is above my pay grade.
You're like, skip, skip. What does the Phalanx do? I forgot what the Phalanx special rule does for the, let's check. Unit with the special rules are rated close over formation. They may choose to not give ground in which they lose combat. Okay, so that keeps them from running off the board. However, blah, blah, blah. If you're more than twice of the losing side, then you will actually have to give ground. So why do you put it on the 10 skirmishing archers? I'm a little confused by that. Because I feel like this should go, the Phalanx thing should go... Oh, it's on the 29 warriors. Oh, okay. So he's got a unit of 30 warriors that will not give ground unless you more than double outnumber him. He's given the... And this also has more detachments. So all those little units are all detachments for the skeleton warriors and the Tomb Guard. Skirmisher, skirmisher. Interesting. 3 chariots. Nothing, no dragons. No big giants. He's got 1 Ushapti and 1 Necrosphinx. Interesting list because it's only 1 level 4 and a priest, which is level. So 1 level 4, 1 level 2, a BSB. Interesting list. It's very like I'm gonna stay here and you're not gonna go, and like you're just gonna have to grind me to dust, literally. Huh. I'm surprised he gave the Tomb King the ruby ring, but I guess he couldn't put it on the Necro Serpent. I have no idea where the level 4 is going. Probably just in one of the Skirmishing Archers units, but because they're the same, I think the same subtype. Okay. Next. Any
We got
comments? I don't
Vampire
know.
counts.
That was Isaac. Now we're going to Jackson.
Jackson Hickey. So I can do this one.
Good
He's
list,
being
Isaac.
led up
It's gonna be fun.
by a Master Necromancer with level 4. He's a general on foot. He's got the Spell Familiar and the Scepter of Denouarat. I don't know how to say that word. But what that does is it lets you do Invocation of Nahek twice, but if you roll a 1, you lose a wound. Yep. And he's got a White Lord with Great Weapon, Heavy Armor. That's your BSB on foot. He's got a Vampire count on... Is the Nightmare the mount?
Yeah. Just a horse.
Okay.
Just a horse.
Gotcha. And he's rocking the Sword of Kings. So that's +1 strength, -1 AP, and Killing Blow. And then he's got the Dark Acolyte, which makes you level 1 for the purposes of being able to cast Invocation and Heck. He's got 2 Tomb Banshees, and then 1 Necromantic Acolyte, who's on foot, level 2. Hand of Dust is basically gives you a level 2 Assailment, which is 2d6 strength 5 -1 AP. So that's kind of gross. He's rocking Necromancy.
Necro.
Yeah. So he's got his 24 Graveguard and Core. They're drilled. And then the Standard Bearer has the Standard of Hellish Vigor, which gives you reserve move.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yep.
10 Crypt Ghouls, 7 Dire Wolves, another 10 Crypt Ghouls. Rounding out Core. And the Crypt Ghouls are like the regular like infantry size one, right?
Yeah.
T4 poison like zombie beast kind of thingies. I don't know what you call them.
Zombie plus. Okay.
Yeah, what are they? They're like, well, they're just ghouls. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
Fast zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get Crypt Ghouls and I get Crypt Horrors mixed up in my head, so that's why I asked.
Crypt Horrors are the big beefy boys.
Yeah.
Got it. So then
They're
4
little brothers.
Spirit Hosts.
Ooh, look at this.
2 units of 4. So are those
Nice.
are Spirit Hosts the ones that kind of act? Are they the ones that are on the bases like swarms?
Yeah.
Yep.
They're ethereal too.
spooky
Mhm.
swarms.
Okay.
Spooky ghost.
Spooky ghosts. And we got 5 Blood Knights. The Castellan's got the Ruby Ring of Ruin, so he's gonna blast you. And then 1 Terrorgeist and then a Bargolf.
Okay.
This might be very similar. I think this Jackson's playing in the RTT, so I think this is a similar list that I've seen at least somebody running in the RTT with some screams, some hosts, a Blood Knight. Definitely a very staple vampire count list. If you're playing around, this is something that definitely bubbles up. It's got some legs. You know, there's ethereal, there's Blood Knights, there's wolves. I like it.
Yeah, this was he's also playing in the Ard Boys. He had if you remember, he had like a 30-point item on his champion in the Blood Knights, but it was called out that you could it's like 25 points of magic items and then 25 points of vampiric powers. So you can't do that. So he moved the Ruby Ring from I think one of the characters to just his Blood Knight champion, just to make it so his list didn't change drastically. So that was good.
Is the vampire count going in the Blood Knights?
Is he on a horse?
It's on a nightmare. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Same with the BSB's on foot. Okay, so yeah, just the vampire count in the Blood Knights. The Necromancer's on foot, and so is the White Lord. I guess they're both. The White Lord's probably going in the Graveguard, and I guess so is the Necromancer.
Yeah, well, he's got that assailment spell's gross. The 2d6 strength 5 -1 AP. Like that's gonna blast something.
Yeah, it'll hurt.
Graveguard is a nice little bunker for a lot of those foot guys because people are not going to really kill the group of 24.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, especially when you can raise dead twice.
He can do like 3 invocations a turn or something like that.
Just 2, I think, right?
Well, he's got that's what the word I can't say, the Nearwhat, the Spectre or the Scepter of Nearwhat does. It lets somebody do it twice.
Yeah,
And then
so
he's
he can
got,
do it twice. I think that's
and
it
then
though.
he's got a
Oh no.
vampire count who's got the other item that gives him a third option.
Oh sweet. Okay, so and then he has the
You're not
acolyte.
going away.
Yeah, so he's got 4 of them. That's good.
Yeah.
Nice. And the BSB, which lets you re-roll all those leadership tests. So
Yep, this is
nice.
good. No
Good GT
complaints.
list.
No complaints on my end.
Good rattling cannon fodder, right?
That's true. Daka. James Fike, you want this one? Zach?
Yeah, sure. So let's build off that last list that we had, right? So we have a Necromancer. This one's on a Mortis engine. Scepter, Crown of the Damned. Crown of the Damned is, I believe, stupidity, but increases maybe weapon skill or something. I know it gives them stupidity. I'm gonna pull it up real
It's not
fast.
the regen one, is it?
Crown of the Damned.
Gotcha.
4 board save. I lied. So 4 board save, but you have stupidity.
That's really good.
So super tanky on a Mortis engine. A second Necromancer, also on a Mortis engine. Dark Magic, as well as the other one was Necromancy. So it's kind of what you're seeing with a lot of Vampire Counts lists is you have Dark Magic and Necromancy. That seems to be where folks are gravitating with those.
Mm-hmm.
2 Tomb Banshees. So we got 4 Screams total.
Whew.
Keeping track.
Ugh.
We got a White Lord BSB, which is the best type of BSB for 65 points I've ever seen. Core is a big block of, no, sorry, not that big. 16 Crypt Ghouls for 150 points. Big block of Graveguard. Armor of Meteoric Iron on the champion, so a 5-up that can't be modified. So probably going to accept challenges and try to soak up wounds and then regrow them back every time he can.
Gross.
I think the Drakenhoff banner might be the regen.
Yeah, +1 regen. So that champion's going to have a 5-up, 5-up.
So
Nasty.
I'm not as so the Armor Meteoric Iron, really great idea on the champions. The regen not as much because any regens will still count for combat res, and he's probably going to die anyway. So, but I get it's just for the unit, so
yeah,
still good. 3 units of zombies, boom, boom, boom. A corpse cart in special, and I'm starting to come around to corpse cart. I see a lot more vampire counts playing them. When they resurrect, they get to add on a 4-up, I think, an extra wound to a Mortis engine or extra D3 zombies or whatever. Just more stuff comes back. For 133 points, I think it's a heavy cherry with close order, I think. So it's pretty solid. And then a bigger block of Blood Knights for 8.
Yeah.
You got to chew through 8 Blood Knights to stop resurrecting. I don't know what Supernatural Horde does, but the War Banner for +1 combat
terror.
res. They don't automatically have terror? Huh.
Yeah, I think no, they don't. I think it gives you terror.
Okay. Yeah. So this vampire is subject to terror. So just like champion has terror. 6 extra hex race that are ethereal, great weapons, hard to kill unless you have magical attacks. I have PTSD when I play against them because if I don't have magical shooting, they will touch something and forever keep it there.
Yeah, I love how. So I'm glad they kept this from 8th edition. So whenever they move over a unit, basically, the enemy unit suffers a single strength 4 hit with no armor save permitted. Is it per model or is it just a single?
I don't remember. I don't let them ever do it.
For each model in the unit. So if he flies over you with all 6, obviously he just marches right through you. You take 6 strength 4 with no armor save. Goodbye knights, Empire knights, High Elf knights, any T3 high armor is just murdered. Even T4, he'll get 3 wounds on you, so 3 T4 knights. 3 Chaos Knights just die. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is another great way for vampires to go. All in on those screams, 1,000 points of characters, denying points with zombies, Graveguard, and Crypt Ghouls, resurrecting stuff back. This is a tough list. This is definitely one of the contenders that I think can run through a lot of all comers lists.
Yeah, 4 screams is nasty. All right, I'll do the Empire. Jarrett, we got the Empire. We have a general of the Empire on a Griffin with the white cloak, so he's got a 5-up ward, and I think it's a 3-up versus flaming attacks. He's got the dragon bow, which is just like I don't think it's it might be multiple wounds D3, but it's just a single shot. It is.
Strength 6, -2 AP, multi-wound 2.
Nice. With a great weapon. No wards, or no, I just said ward save. Captain BSB on a Pegasus with a 5-up, so he's just, and a pistol. Yes, love it. Just cuz, why not? He's just going to be flying around, I guess, solo. We'll see. We have a level 4 wizard with lore familiar, 2 power scrolls, and illusion. So power scroll, most people don't take them anymore. It's you roll an extra d6 for your cast, but if I think is it any doubles, or if it's any of them just get double ones, you
any
miscast.
double ones is a miscast.
Just double ones. So not bad when you're like, I need the spell to go off. Here's an extra d6. You don't see it that very often anymore, but I like it. And he's just on foot.
I don't know how that works though, because when you have the Infernal Puppet, you're rolling 4 dice and you're dropping 2. So if any of those 2 are ones, you miscast, and it's like, oh no.
Wait. The Infernal Puppet is you drop the highest dice, right?
Yeah, but you have to roll 3d6. You have to add an extra d6 and then drop the highest or something like that. So and then Power Scroll is you're adding another d6, dropping the lowest. So you're rolling 4d6, dropping the highest and lowest.
No, I think they cancel each other out. I think that's one of the rules. So if you add 1 and they add 1, I don't know. No, that's if you had 1 and less than 1.
Yeah,
because
I don't then know. It basically says you're rolling 4 dice, and if 2 of them are ones, you have a really good chance to miscast. And I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, so if I ever play a puppet and I have Power Scrolls, not using them.
We'll stay out of 24. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
2 engineers, both with the grenade launching blunderbuss. That is the if you roll a hit, it becomes D3 plus 1 hits. So I wonder what unit they're in. So 24 state troops with halberds, full command. Actually, no musician. 10 missile troops with crossbows. 10 missile troops with crossbows. Both with 10 missile troops with crossbows. 10 free company militia with throwing weapons. That's just a chaff unit. 2 units of them, probably just going to sit on objectives where he can and just hold them there. Maybe do some flanking with them, because I don't know if they get ambushed. 3 units of archers. No scouts, but they're all skirmishing. 3 demigriffs. No command. 4 outriders. Okay, so are the engineers on anything, or are they just on foot? They're just on foot. The outriders, 3 units of 4 outriders, all with champions. He didn't give the blunderbuss on the champions. That would have been better, I guess, just to make them a little stronger. And then 2 cannons, a hellblaster, and a steam tank. So I'm guessing 1 engineer is sitting in between these 2 to see which one he needs to help, and then the other one is just sitting next to this one. And a steam tank. So that's a nasty gun line. So that is 12 strength 4 AP2, 2 cannons, 3 artillery dice worth of strength 5 AP1 armor bane 2, another cannon, 3 demis. So just like, if you're getting close, well, after you get picked apart, you got some demis to deal with. A whole bunch of trash archers to get through. A whole bunch of crappy little units of infantry to also chew through to get to his guns. Wow. And then a big block of state troops. Level 4 illusion to say, sit there, I'm going to keep shooting you. A BSB just flying around on a Pegasus to give the reroll where it needs to be. And then General on a Griffin, who's also just like, I'm going to hold you where I can. And just because we want more shooting, we gave him the Dragon Bow. That is a gunline Empire list.
I've played this type of list. I played Jarrett.
When
I was testing out some What Elf ideas, and this gunline did gunline things. That definitely happened.
Yeah.
It was when I was messing around with the Ethereal Wild Rider unit, trying to like Vanguard and do craziness.
Well, that would hurt this. Yeah, that'd be
the Hellblaster touched me and blew up the unit. So
when they were Ethereal?
No, I didn't get it.
Oh no!
But no,
right.
Jarrett plays well. There's a lot of chaff on the board with the Empire Archers and the Outriders. Just gumming you up. A lot of little 10 blocks there. So you got to kind of hit the speed bumps and try to keep on going with overruns to get where you need to go.
Yeah.
He did run Dark Magic previously. And
I like Illusion. It's better.
I see it here. I see Illusion here. Yep. Okay. So that was the first time I learned about Phantasmagoria. Was this kind of thing. So Dark Magic is probably their number 2, and Illusion bumped up to number 1 because it's also pretty solid. This is a great list.
Yeah.
This is if you were trying to make Empire as good as you possibly could, because I know Empire's some people think it's in the dumps right now. This is a great way to try to steal some wins.
Like 2 long range or 3 long range cannons. As you get closer, you got 30 crossbows. As you get even closer, add on to 36 strength 4 handguns. Strength 4 handguns. I don't know what I said. And then archers. And yeah, that's a gun line for you.
Yikes.
Very nice. All right. How many more we got? Let's see. You can go ahead and do whoever wants these high elves, more high elves.
I can do Jason.
Go for it.
Yep.
So Jason's running high elves. He's led by a prince on foot with the armor of destiny. No, I think we did that one. I'm out of sync. Hold on.
Yeah, Jason Hackworth.
Jason Hackworth. Oh nope, I was right. Sorry.
Yep, you're good.
All right. Armor of Destiny, Seed of Rebirth, and then Chirician Hunter, which I did not look at.
That means that they can take a Lion Chariot as special instead of rare.
Okay, got it. Then he's got an Archmage, level 4 on foot with Talisman of Preservation, the Seed of Rebirth, and the Warden of Safri. That's the one that gives him the Sword of Hoeth and Killing Blow and all that fun stuff. And then he's also running Illusion. He's got a Noble BSB with the banner of Arcane Protection on a Lion Chariot of Trace with a Healing Potion and then Chirician Hunter. So the banner's giving him MR -3, and then he bubbles out MR -1 to everything within 6 inches. So that's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
That's
okay,
cool.
so MR3 and then MR1. Okay, so trying to help out.
Yep, he does not want to get magical missiled. And if he does, he's just going to pop a Healing Potion and say, forget you. Handmaiden the Everqueen, Bow of Everlorn, Light Armor, Horn of Isha, Ruby Ring of Ruin. Pretty good mix there. 24 Elven Spearmen.
I think I've played against this.
Did you play against this one?
I think so. I've played him at Game Garrison.
Okay.
I think so.
They're backed up by 2 units of 12 Elven Archers, and then a 7-man unit of Silver Helms with command. Then for special, he's got 20 units of White Lions with the War Banner, 20-man unit of Phoenix Guard with the Standard of Battle, and then he's got a Tracian Chariot.
With
so good.
What's the Great Blade? What's that do?
Oh, did I miss that one?
The Tracian Great Blade. I think it's just like a special, not striking last great weapon or something like that.
It makes you immune from ASL.
Character with a Chirician Hunter Elven Honor may be equipped with.
Oh, sorry. It's a Strength +2 AP3 striking last great weapon. So just a better great weapon.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I've played against. He's fun. He's a good guy. And his army's painted really well.
Nice.
I'm just wondering one thing. So you're taking the Tracian Hunter for your general. Oh, because he gets the great weapon. With that, probably.
Yeah, I think you get that Great Blade if you take that Hunter rule. I think that's what it says.
Nice. Yeah, good.
So he gains the Lion Cloak, Stubborn, and move through cover with it too.
Yeah, there's so many like things you're seeing high elves that just say like that Tracian Hunter, but then you have to go look up what it is because it has like 3 different bullet points of like, what it actually gives to you. So
I see people running it to like get the chariot from rare to special. So that's what I thought it was at first, and then I realized I was like, but there's plenty of points. He could have just threw it in rare, you know.
Right.
But then I was like, okay, so there's a little extra buff for the prince. He's got the Lion Cloak, Stubborn, and the weapon for free. I can dig it.
Yeah, it's a well balanced list.
Yeah, definitely well balanced.
Yeah,
Not
there's
all
no
eggs in
crazy
one
dragon. There's like it's chariot heavy instead of like dragons and crazy stuff. So yeah, I like it. It's a fun list. And that healing potion, when I think I forgot he had it, and I was like, crap. Like I was like 1 wound away from killing a character, and then he was like, boop. I was like, no. But good times.
Nice.
All right, who's up next? All right, let's do one more.
Okay.
And I think we're ending with maybe 2 more, but you want to end with Bretonnia or Empire?
let's see. When we go to the list, where are we at? John
We're
Miller.
on a Bretonnian, and we're at Mr. John Miller. Who just did that high elf? Was that Zach?
I just did high elves. So
Okay, Zach, go ahead and take John Miller's Bretonnians.
Boom. Let's get over to John Miller.
Andrew just did the high
I hit the
elves.
wrong page. John Miller. There we go. Okay, so we got Duke on a Royal Peg, Ogre Blade, Serene. Not sure how you say it. Serene's Locket, Gauntlet of the Duel, Virtue of Knightly Temper. So I'm seeing Royal Peg, multiple wounding, Great Blade. Serene's Locket might be immune to multiple wounds yourself,
And Killing Blow.
or you're always hitting on a 3-up. I get those two mixed up, so I'm gonna just double check that before I get too further in.
I think that's the one that means you ignore the multiple wounds.
Serene's Locket. Yep, you're immune to multiple wounds. Okay, cool. So you are doing multiple wounds, but you are not affected by it. Cool. Gauntlet of the Duel means people can't say no to you. Virtue of Knightly Temper means you
Hatred
are
and
D3.
attacks.
Yeah, D3 attacks with hatred. So throwing a lot of dice. Big
With an
killy
Ogre
dude.
Blade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paladin BSB with the Falcon Horn and Virtue of the Joust. We talked about this earlier, but I totally forgot what that is.
Make you look it up.
Yeah, I know I'm going to.
Because I don't remember. I
think
forgot myself.
I think it's Arcane Journal, so I'm just going to start there.
That's not the one that lets you like reroll. Oh, it lets you reroll a wound on the charge.
Yeah,
with the
I
lance.
think that's right. Yeah.
I did remember.
Yep.
Look at that. I did.
Level 4 Prophetess of Illusion. I knew it was going to be Illusion without even seeing it.
I knew it was going to be illusion.
Yeah,
Knew
Biting
it.
Blade, so AP2. Just telling people that they can't charge you, keeping them in place, especially with no fly. Illusion's super good in this. We got, it's only on a Warhorse though. Okay, I thought it might be on a peg. So Warhorse on the Prophetess, Damsel also on a Warhorse with Battle Magic and a Ruby Ring. And a Sergeant of Arms on foot.
Yes.
Not sure what that's for.
Oh, I know where he's going. Yes.
50 points, so just kind of hanging out. Okay, keep going. Peasant Bowman in core for some skirmisher. Peasant Bowman, got him there. 6 mounted knights, full command. 2 of those. 2 blocks of men at arms, 20 and 20. One's got the Grail Monk Blessed Triptych. Is this for hiding that guy or something so that he keeps stubborn?
Yeah, you go 3 wide, I guess, and if you have full command, the Grail Monk can sit in the second row.
Okay, so we got 2 of those, so 2 big blocks that are just gonna grab objectives and hang out. You're not really moving them with their stubborn. 5 mounted yeomen, 5 mounted yeomen, 5 squires. I'm just confused. Oh, they're scouts.
Yeah,
Okay,
Scouts.
that makes sense. So yeah, 5 scouts.
5
2 groups
points.
of pegs.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to say 2 groups of 3 pegs, just kind of hanging out, doing their 360 things. 8 questing knights. You don't really see questing knights.
Yes.
I
love it.
Banner Shalons for the no stand and shoot, and Antlers of the Great Hunt. I have no idea, but that sounds like something in a Wood Elf book. Antlers
What does that do?
of the Great Hunt. You are mounted on Warhorse. Any unit they join has moved through cover. Okay.
Good. Something to do.
Yeah. So what does that Sergeant of Arms do?
Okay, I'll read it for you. So any unit they have joined, they can choose to give ground rather than fall back in good order. And it's not a one use only too, so you can always just give ground if you fall back in good order. And you do not have to take a panic test. Basically, it gets rid of the levies rule. You don't have to take panic or break tests when if a unit with like all the other peasants like flee from combat or something. And unless unless this character is fleeing any friendly unit within their command range that has the levy special rule, may reroll a failed panic check. So it's kind of like a mini BSB for the other peasants, and you can always have. Is it shield wall? It's basically you always have shield wall, right? I think shield wall is you give ground.
Stubborn makes you fall back in good order, and shield wall lets you swap the stubborn into or fall back into give ground. Okay, so BSB for levies and keeps shield wall going. Okay, that's a deal for 47 points.
And it has warband. Dude, I didn't realize. Do regular men at arms have warband?
That lets them reroll and get extra +1.
No. Warband is like every extra rank you have, you get plus to your leadership. Men-at-Arms
I
have
think,
Warband? That'd be really nasty. I think they do because they're so cheap, and everyone's like, these guys are so cheap for what they do. They do have Warband. That's so good. And Horde.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
They-
good.
Yep.
Yay!
So he's, I know, he's like,
Peter's
yay,
been
my
singing. Peter's been
Skaven.
singing the virtues of Men-at-Arms for a little bit, and
Yeah.
I know I'm pretty sure
cheap.
Luna. I think she's snuck in some Men-at-Arms in their
Yeah.
list too.
Yeah, I think
her
they have
list
some
too.
for the GT. But 20
questing
Men-at-Arms,
knights are good.
20
think I
stubborn
played-
Men-at-Arms with Warband and Horde, and it's not bad.
Rules on rules, right?
Rules are rules.
So how many lists did we get through, and how many are left?
I think we got through 30. I think that was the 30th. Let me check. 1, 2. Actually, now I can zoom out since we don't need to see these lists anymore. We ended with John Miller, right? So 1, 2, 3.
We actually hit both Skaven lists in there. We have all the demons, all the beastmen, all the lizards and ogres to go through next time.
Yes, so we actually have 32 more to do, so I'll do one more just so it's an even a little closer. So we're going to do John Duro. If I can check his list. And he's running Empire. So we're finishing with Empire, which is interesting that the second half is actually when we get some like lizardmen and what else? Orcs and goblins and
All the beastmen, we
demons.
have
Like
beastmen.
there's a couple extra variants variety that we get in round 2, which is cool. So, oh my god, we got the chat rate too. Whatever that means. Outrider champions. Andrew played this at his Hussar RTT. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
We roll Lance runes, move the
It
cover.
was
Yep.
good.
All Men-at-Arms get it. You did play this list around 2 of the Nova RTT. Nice. Or Hussar RTT. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
The
John
questing knights are
Duro.
good. Don't sleep on them.
What?
So, I said on the Bretonnian list, the questing knights were good.
I like questing knights. Just I like great weapons on cavalry that I think they're stubborn generically. So it's like you charge me, I'm stubborn, and I still get this. I'm always going to be like, and they're strength 4 base, so they're always going to be.
And they can still
6.
run in lance, right? They can still do that formation.
Oh,
and all
Yeah,
that?
they can still run in lance. But I think it's better for them to be in closed order. I don't remember, but there seems like a lot of ways since you can disrupt lances so easily. A lot of people are trying just running them in close order just to see.
We can stop. We don't got to go through John's list.
Why, you don't like it?
It's gonna hurt.
Oh, it doesn't feel good? Okay. Well, no, take the pain. You're going to get pegged. Let's go.
Big knights.
All right. Peg Knights. Empire. Captain. Not a BSB. Captain. Yep. BSB with the Dragon Bow. Man, there are a lot of people liking the Dragon Bow.
Mhm.
So, Captain BSB on a Warhorse with a Dragon Bow. Captain with a Lance on a Warhorse. Just plain Captain, probably just buffing a unit. Extra attacks, whatever. An Engineer with the Blunderbuss. An Engineer with the Blunderbuss. An Engineer with the Blunderbuss. Gross. Okay. Witch Hunter. 106-point Witch Hunter. He's got the Ruby Ring. He took Suffer Not the Demon. I'm not sure which that one is. Suffer
not the demon unless you give me your vine carpet.
I don't see it.
Hold on. I can find that one.
Yeah, y'all look that up. He's got the Ruby Ring. He's on a Warhorse. He has a crossbow. And Suffer Not the Demon. I'm not sure which one that is.
Suffer Not the Demon gives the Witch Hunter and any unit they have joined gains hatred against demonic models and magical attack special rules.
Ew. Now, is that magical attacks just versus the demons, or do they just get hatred demons and flat get magic attacks?
They flat get magic attacks.
That's cool. That's cool, especially if he's in a shooty unit, like if he's an Outriders or something. So he's got a level 4 on a Warhorse, Wizard Familiar, Lore Familiar. So this one is like, I think it's +1 to, it's not the staff. Is this one that's +1 to Dispel? I think this one's +1 to Dispel. Or is this the
Wizard
Core Rulebook?
Familiar?
Y'all look that up too if you don't mind. He has battle magic, so he's going for lots of magic missiles. It seems like that might be the +1 to cast magic missiles and assailant spells. That's probably what that is. He has 1, 2, 3 units of 5 archers. 2 of them have scouts. Very nice. 1 unit of 9 drilled stubborn Empire Knights with full command. Second unit of drilled stubborn Empire Knights with full command, but the War Banner. I do actually like Empire Knights with great weapons. I just think the great weapons is better just for that sustained combat, but that's just me. 3 Demigryphs. Full command. No command in the Demigryphs. 3 cannons. 5 Outriders. With I guess he's putting his I would put the Witch Hunter in here. Seems that's a really nasty gun platform. A steam tank, and 2 Hellblasters. Ugh. So he had 3 engineers, right? One is for each of the Hellblasters. Where's the third engineer? I guess chilling next to maybe 2 of the 3 cannons. That's disgusting. God, what a gun line. I know y'all are really looking forward to playing this gun line. So if someone wants
7 Wound Dragon is going to be tough versus 3 cannons and a tank. So we're gonna have to wiggle.
And 2 Hellblasters. Yikes. Well, can't you hide a dragon? If you're Illusion, can't you hide a dragon before the Column of Crystal? At least from a couple of the cannons?
If impassable.
Yeah. You can hide it. So like the cannonball stops at the front of it, but like woods and stuff can still roll through.
Yeah. Sit far enough behind the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's nasty. The only combat he has are 2 Empire Knights and 3 Demigryphs and a steam tank, but that's not. It's okay in combat. It'll slowly grind you down if it doesn't get the charge. But yeah, that's just a gross. Now, if he gets put on a terrain-heavy board, then he kind of gets screwed. So I think that's just luck of the draw there. The only magical attacks he really has are probably the Outriders with the Witch Hunter. So if you have the vampire counts and you have all that ethereal stuff, like the 2 units of 4 guys, that should be okay as long as you can dispel his spells. Yeah, that is a lot of stuff. And he doesn't have any Griffins, so he's not moving quickly. He has no Pegasus, no Griffins. He's not moving quick, but he is just blasting you to pieces.
He's going to make you come get him.
Yeah. And this isn't, he has battle magic, so he does have that. He doesn't have illusion himself, so if you are fast, you can get there in 2 turns. Like if you go first, you can charge turn 2. So versus him, you want to go first and just sprint across the board as quick as possible. That'll be tough. That's a tough list.
You're safe in combat. You're not anywhere else.
Yes, you're safe in combat. Oh,
the wizards thing, the familiar gives them +1 to dispel, by the way.
+1 to dispel. Is that one use only, or is that always?
Got it pulled up. 0-1 wizards. The honor. Oh no, it's not 1 use.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Permanent.
Yeah, so that's good. That's a strong list. John. Well, okay. I think that's it. No lords. Yeah, you're correct. His general is just a. I don't even see where his general is.
I think it's one of the captains.
Witch Hunter? Can you make a Witch Hunter your general? Jonesy, can a Witch Hunter be your general? Is that the? Don't you have to make your highest leadership?
I think it has to be your highest leadership, but if it's a loaner, it can't be your general. So I don't know if Witch Hunters are loners.
They are not, but I think captains are just.
Leadership 8, maybe?
I think they're just leadership 8, yeah, so I think he's good to make it a captain.
Yeah.
So I like that the Witch Hunter is the general. That's kind of cool. You're hunting demons. Yeah, so they're all leadership. That's cool. All right. That's a strong list, John. Y'all have any closing thoughts? Obviously, we will do round 2 at some point. I'm not sure when. I have a lot of stuff still to do, not only for Nova or for Fantasy, but I still have some planning for Orcs to do for 40K. That I'm playing in trios on Thursday just with some buddies because it's going to be fun. Any closing remarks for the first half of the lists?
A lot of interesting takes on lists, so that's always good to see. You're kind of seeing some of the different, personalities coming through, whether you want to, skew a list towards combat or just rush a triple Mortis Engine list straight into combat and not worry about resurrecting too much. Like, I like it. There's a lot of different good stuff in there. And you see some strong gun lines pop up.
Yes.
Not as many dragons so far in the first half that I thought would be. And if you did see some, they were the smaller type versions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's a good mix so far. I'm interested to see kind of what the second half is, especially with the demons, because I think demons are a little bit of an underrated army.
Me too. I thought they were going to be one of the worst ones, but after I played them a couple times, I'm like, that's pretty tough to get to.
They can be gross.
Yeah, they can actually be really good. Like, oh, watch, they're going to clip that. Blue didn't know something. Not enough data. Whatever. You know. Sorry to all the haters.
We have a
and
lot
trolls.
of Warriors of Chaos and Dwarfs of Bretonnia in the next section too. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's cool to see. It's interesting to see that there's so many armies being. I can't believe there's 10 of them that are Warriors of Chaos, but they have always been kind of GW's most popular. Them and Empire have always been very popular for GW, so I guess it makes sense. Well, thank you, Andrew and Zach, for joining. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We've just been talking lists. I assume most of us, we're very excited for Nova coming up. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be very tired. We're going to have lots of drinks, lots of laughs, and stay square. Bye.
Stay square. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, guys, have a good one.